creepers! Get off! Hello! The game's not there. Why is that now a problem? Okay, bear with me. Why are you not... Why are you not working? So I'm playing Hardspace Shipbreaker today. It's been a few days since my last stream. I was in a fucking awful mood. I'm gonna try restarting the game because it should be there. The game should be there. It's on game capture. Display capture, they're all off. If not, I'm going to have to do screen capture, because it seems this game does not like game capture. Unless I can set game capture to specifically go for the specific window. That's calculator. I've got a calculator on. No, it hates it. Okay. Okay, that's fine. We can work with it. We can work with this. There isn't usually this much working out. It was alright a minute ago. Just doesn't seem to want to do it now. Okay, this is what I'm seeing right now. That seems fine. Okay. So this is a nice sort of sandboxy type game with a storyline which happens as you are playing. It doesn't really take much to be involved in the storyline. You're just doing what you're usually doing anyway. I've played it in the past and it was still sort of in bits and pieces, wasn't really a full game yet, although it was fairly polished for a game that wasn't finished. But it came in acts, and they've had a full release now, so I figured I'd give it a go. It does reset your progress, but you know, I don't mind starting again because it's just a lot of stuff that you would want to do anyway. Humankind has industrialized much of the solar system. Earth has deteriorated into a place of squalor and decay. In orbit, a new breed of workers has emerged, the Shipbreaker. The labour is extremely dangerous, but for a select few. The hazard pay is worth the risk. So, basically the idea is the Earth has basically become this horrible shitstorm of bullshit. Everybody is in debt. This isn't how it was before. Shipbreaker application paved the way to... That is very loud. Jesus. Let's bring that down. I may bring the music up later on because the music is very ambiatic, I want to say. No, it gives a good ambiance. So, yes. Blah, blah, blah. Citizen LF, yep, congratulations, have been accepted to the Lynx Corporation, pioneering, paving the way for the galaxy, blah, 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 yes, we get it. Account name, profanity or anti-corporate slang / jargon is not accepted. Let's just go for DJ then. It sounds like there's a lot of screaming happening. Everyone is in debt, so it's just about today's world. Basically, yeah. Everyone's in debt, and it's just about paying off as much of that debt as possible. Spare fee. Yeah, so basically you live in space, you work in space, you dismantle spaceships for money, basically. The company takes their fee and everything else that doesn't cut into your costs, like reviving yourself because you died or got burnt. Basically, you get a new clone every time you die. Standard. Ooh. Yeah, so everybody is in debt and everybody is paying off a debt. It's quite dystopian and sort of very much how it is now, but like if you're in debt, you're not like homeless essentially. You just have a lot of debt. Food processors, severe variety of dishes, chicken, plastic free, vegetarian, and entomatarian. I don't know what that is. Is that like? It looks like a bug. I suppose it is space, so maybe it is a bit weird. Let's go with the chicken with lots of plastic in it. I have no criminal record in the Terran or Martian zones. I am not a member of or have ever associated with a workers' union or other labour interest. Nope. I have completed my annual medical exam and have been cleared for having McCullough's lung. Nope. I have no commercial or real estate interest on Luna, in the asteroid belt, or in the national state of Arizona. Nope. I will bring a positive attitude and problem-solving mindset to work every day. I can't really say I will, but everyone lies on these things. I understand and accept the health risks associated with long-term exposure to Van der Waals field. To a Van der Waals field. Whatever that is, okay, I understand. I will vote for Chancellor Chung Zhang in the Pan-American Senate election. Okay, will do. Terms and conditions. I suppose there's quite a lot of stuff in there. Terms and agreement, amend cancellation discharged by official of the Lynx Corporation Legal Department. This letter shall be governed by the internal substantive law of all Terran, Martian, and Jovian spaces. Okay. Skip train. Let's not skip the training because I don't know what's changed, so we may need to do the training.
Into the yard to earn his wages working hard. I pray to the stars and heaven above to return my daddy to those he loves. If there comes a time when he and death meet, bless the next cutter that takes his seat.
So that's basically what we're doing. We're cutting up ships and shoving them into great big furnaces or recycling plants.
Your automated Lynx onboarding experience will now begin. Please observe this important message.
Space. Boundless promise. Limitless resources. A brighter future. It's here where hard workers like you, the backbone of civilization, will help us pave the way to the galaxy.
Okay.
I'm Calicia Rye Paulson, president of Lynx
Hi.
Corporation's Salvage Division. When my great-great-grandfather Exeter founded Lynx, he foresaw a remarkable opportunity among the stars. His vision eventually brought us the Railgates. Now spanning all the way to Jupiter, these are the veins connecting all of modern civilization. And the people flowing through them are its lifeblood. The Railgates reinvigorated humanity and are key to our continued progress. You've been selected from among thousands of candidates to join the Lynx family. This is more than just a job. It's an opportunity to be part of the largest, most successful, and most pioneering company in human history. Your dream may be to forge your own destiny one day. Well, work hard, heed your superiors, believe in the Lynx vision. Do this, and you too will get your chance. Your first step is to join our Ever Work program, the greatest gift we give our employees, turning death into an ongoing opportunity for learning and growth. With Lynx, death is a fresh start. Good luck.
Cloning. Basically. Asset replacement. Basically, they're just going to clone you, and that's it. Yes, I want a fresh start. I think the point of this is like to get infinite like refreshes, basically a new clone, is you've got to die the first time. So I think this is going to like liquefy me.
Complete. To finalize onboarding, your genetic sequence will now be extracted for use with the Lynx EverWork Asset Replacement Program. Don't worry, pain levels during extraction are largely tolerable. Please note, as outlined in Section 31 of your employment agreement, the process of genetic extraction will destroy your original body.
Yeah.
Beginning extraction now. Extraction analysis and backup complete. Thank you. Beginning spare generation.
Yeah, so basically to become immortal you need to die. So that's one of those existential questions. Congratulations, it is now safe to die. Oh, okay. Loading fees report. Okay, what's my debt? Okay, that is a lot of money. Degaussing, delousing. Kessler passage toll. What is meal prep? 34 million for meal prep. So I'm like several billion in debt here. Well, 1 billion. Hang on. 1,252,594,441 and $92 and 92 cents in debt. That's the future, everybody. Okay.
All right. Breathe. You're okay. Everything's gonna be just fine.
Can you hear that? Is that fine? It's a bit jittery on the stream.
Feel a bit woozy with the first.
Can I? Okay, right. As usual, when starting a new game, we have to try and sort out the video. It's always. I usually do it, and then when I start streaming, it fucks up. It's a pain in the ass. Windowed full screen, definitely want VSync on, otherwise we'll end up with a lot of stuff happening. Texture quality, let's bring that down to medium. Dynamic lighting range, we'll bring that down to medium as well. Dynamic light shadows, shall we enable them just to see what happens? Graphics quality low already. Let's enable that as well. Let's just bring things down, that's all we really want. HAB screen effect, that's fine. VSync, yeah, that's all good. Let's see how it looks now. I think that's all good. Yes, save. That is much better.
Welcome aboard.
That is much horse.
This here's Morgan Station.
Oh.
She may not look like much right now, but once you boot her up, she'll purr like a kitten. Alright, let's test out your orientation control. Do me a favor and look up
Actually,
that
come to think of it,
kernel
you know what? I think the reason it wasn't catching was because it wasn't a proper full screen. So if we go to, if we tab back out, yes, save that. Can we? Aha! That's much better. We're not going to have frame drops. Well, not as many frame drops. Much better. There we go.
That's it. So that's where all the salvage gets collected to be picked up by the transfer crew.
Okay.
In case you ever turn yourself out of whack, use your roll thrusters to reorient.
I hope it hasn't reset all my keybinds, because... Ah. There we go. Thank you.
Alright. Now let's get you flying. Activating your thruster controls.
Yep.
Now. Try moving around.
Okie dokie.
Now vertical control.
That's up and down. Ah, yes. Control is to stop moving. Okay.
Finalize these movement checks. I need you to fly to these waypoints.
Okay, easily done. Okay, I think they've swapped shift and control. I want shift to be able to stop me. I get a lot of interference on my headset here. Key mapping. Give me a swap round. Where are they? Ascend, descend. Is that? No, control. I want control to be down. Descend, control. Yes. And stop will be shift, brake. Simultaneous key only. What? So I can't use shift? What? Oh, come on. I want to use shift. What's wrong with you? It looks like it's going to have to be control then. Wait, no, it's there, isn't it? Brake, simultaneous key only. So I can use this. So I can use shift. Okay, that's fine. I was about to get very angry for a second there. WASD, roll EQ, that's fine. Don't mind that. Look up, look down, don't need any of that. Okay. Yeah, so it's just a quick reset for... Izzy, can you get out of the way so I can... What is that? It says space, doesn't it? No, escape. I want to go back. Is that set? Okay.
Used to be a cutter myself, you know. Still, there was some complications with my last revive. Those are early days in the tech, though, so never you mind about that. Oh, almost forgot the most important thing. Brakes. Get yourself going at a decent clip, and then test them out, why don't you?
What the fuck? Why is it braking when I do that? I'm trying... I'm trying to go forward, and then when I rotate, it just stops me. See that? I don't like that. Brake. Yeah, I know how to brake. I just don't want it to happen when I'm trying to rotate. Again, with the settings. Why must I do settings every 5 minutes? Roll sensitivity, mouse sensitivity, everything. All those are fine. Gameplay. Screen shake. Yep. Object outlines. Yeah, but why am I braking when I'm rotating? Let's have a look. Q. That would be why. No, how do I F set to none? Okay. Menus E. Yeah, that can stay as it is, or maybe I can just get rid of it. We'll find out when we've got a problem later. Okay, we don't need that. Menus E, unless it does need to be E. I don't know. Fuck it, let's keep it as E. Okay. Jesus, why do I have to have this so loud? Can I have audio? Everything's already at 100, so why is it so quiet? It's like really loud on the I mean, it's loud enough on the stream, but I've got to have it really high up.
Looks like the bay here was left in a bit of a mess. We're gonna clean this crap up. I'm gonna activate the furnaces. Now.
Ooh. Not while I'm near it.
Would you just...
Nice.
There you go. So these furnaces are used to melt down soft metals. Should go without saying. These things are hot as all get out.
Oh yeah.
So, try not to drift into
Get one of them on each side just for convenience, and this is the recycler.
on your grapple tool. This fella here is a shipbreaker's bread and butter. This is how we move salvage around. Activate the beam and hold it to grab an object and move it around, if it's not too heavy.
That's quite heavy.
To move one of these pieces into your furnace. So, when you're
Get in
holding
there.
the object with the grapple, you can retract the beam. This will pull a light
Come on.
object to you. If it's heavier than you, it'll pull you towards it.
It should be the scroll wheel, shouldn't it? Push an object. Oh, come on. Again! Why, when you update a game, must you reset everybody's keybinds? This is not how I play. Okay, grapple. Grapple hold. Yep, we got that. Retract beam. I think, was it retract is this way? Yes. Push. Already in use, continuing may hinder gameplay. Well, leave it out. Oh wait, hang on. Retract beam. Push, is that... Wait. What? Hang on. Because you can hold it and swing upwards, swing... Yeah, I know how moving around works. Place tethers, cancel tethers, retract beam. How do you expand the beam? It shouldn't be push, because... Oh, fucking... Right, okay. Let's just see how it goes, right. So I can drag it in like that, but I can't push it.
Nice job cleaning up that soft metal scrap cutter.
Yeah, I get it.
Huh. move on to the bigger nanocarbon.
I don't like that I can't
shall we?
push.
You may have already noticed that these are too heavy to move with your grapple. I'm enabling your scanner so we can check out their structural makeup. Go ahead and boot it up.
There's got to be a way to do that, because I don't like that it doesn't have a setting. Retract beam, okay. But it said the same thing for both. So push. Is it something else? Is there like another thing here? Scroll up, scroll down, blah blah blah. Navigate, grapple, hold. Right. So you click to hold it and move it around. Okay. Retract the beam. That brings it in. That's just moving around while you've got it equipped. Place tethers and push. So is there no need to retract, to push away? That doesn't sound right. It showed me like how to do it. Oh, whatever. If it becomes a problem, okay. Activate the scanner. T.
This mode of your scanner lets you assess an object's structure.
Nice.
What I want you to focus on right now are these cut points. All right. Controls give me the go-ahead to get you cutting. You got quick access to all your tools through your HUD.
Nice.
Just open up your tool selector and choose the cutting tool.
Cutter.
Your cutting tool has two modes.
I know.
First one is the stinger. It's designed for precision vaporization of cut points like this. You ready to perform some zero-G surgery, Cutter?
No.
Well, let's split this scrap so it's light enough to move.
So basically you vaporize these cut points and things
Let me
fall
boot
off.
up the processor so you can salvage these. Do me a favor. Look on over at one of them there. Yeah, so I can see if they activate right.
Okay.
Perfect. Wish me luck here, Cutter. Me and technology ain't always the best.
Well,
friend.
you live in a world of technology, so
All right.
you would hope that everything works and you'd be very good at it.
Toss one of those pieces you separated right in there.
Okie dokie. What was it? T? No, it was... Do I have a way to just swap between the two things easily? And... push. Go, go, go. Nice. You two. So yeah, at the moment it's very weak. But we can upgrade it with money later on. How have I been? I have been
Well, okay.
fan-bloody-tastic.
Stay in shape.
I've actually been in a bit of a
Go
bad
after
mood,
that
but
large
you know.
aluminum chunk
Maybe I do
over
want to
there.
have it swap round so it's shift and...
Now this beast is way too heavy to move as is. It's also too dense for your stinger to break
No,
down.
it is shift I want as brake.
And
Okay.
there are no structural cut points for us to take advantage of.
Really?
We're gonna have to switch over to the split saw mode of your cutting tool. Start slicing this thing down to size. Go ahead and switch cut modes now.
How do I do that? V. Is that V or is that Y? It said V to... R to... Okay, R to change... Yeah, cutter. And then...
Now try changing the angle of the cut.
Okay.
We're in business. I've unlocked the trigger on your cutting tool. It'll split that big chunk clean in two. Go ahead and give her a whirl. I'm gonna turn on your salvage
Nice.
feature so you can track how much work there is left to do. This thing will track how much you've salvaged and how much you've lost.
Can I... Right. Can I set this up so that when I'm just holding like nothing, when I'm not holding a piece of metal, I can change to something else rather than having that little like wheel, because I don't like the wheel. Grapple cutter. It says right, 1, 2. Okay. Oh, that's not bad actually, because I've got one. I've got 1 and 2 on my mouse, so I can just. So can I just press them?
Let's try and hit that goal marker. And that's what
I
it's
can.
all about, Cutter.
Nice.
More salvage goals you complete, the closer you'll get to hitting your certifications and ranking up.
Get in there, meltdown.
Material deposited.
It sounds really quiet on my end.
Great first shift in the yard, Cutter. Let's head on over to your hab and I'll show you the ropes there. Fly on over back to the master jack. I'll put
Just
a
bring it
marker
a
on it
bit.
so you can find it easy. When you get there, head on in and we'll get started.
Yeah, just bear with me. I just need to make sure that everything that I want to be the way it is. Because you went and changed everything on me. Everything is wrong. Like, how... If I'm holding the cutter... Rotate angle. Okay, that's fairly simple. That's good. I can see that. That's good. T with the grapple. Again, not too sure with the retract. Alright. I think we're good. I think we're okay. I'm not sure. I think tethers are... Why aren't I moving? Okay, apparently I was braking. Yes, I've been in a bit of a bad mood recently, so I've not really been in the mood for streaming, and I don't know what Flat's up to. I think he's ill at the moment, so yeah, he's not really been good for streaming either. We've both been a bit useless recently. I've just been in a really fucking bad mood. I don't know why, I just have. I think there's a trick. There's a trick I can do. Like if I grapple, no, if I have my brakes on, I grapple in and like that. I can fling myself. There we go. So I can basically boost my way places rather than, you know, just sort of meandering over here, because I am quite slow at the moment. But I've got to work money up to do this. So that was the tutorial, I think. I hope I haven't, like, got any more tutorial, because that was actually quite tedious. Hooray! I did it.
Certification level awarded. License.
I'm licensed to kill. Not kill, deconstruct. Basically the same thing. Wow. Lag. What's that about? This game isn't that intensive. I don't know why it's like being like this. It really does not like the loading screen.
Hello, Shipbreaker. You have 1 incoming transmission waiting.
Oh. Okay. Let's go over to the employee terminal then.
Welcome to your new home, Cutter. There's everything you need. This is officially called a ready-made long-term employee habitation something or other. Around here, we just call it your hab.
Nice.
Now, how's about you get yourself some rest? We'll pick up your training in the morning. So sleep tight there, Cutter.
Well, I want to have a look around first. Oh, okay, apparently I have no choice.
Good morning, Cutter. It's time to begin your workday.
Hooray! Oh, fuck, all this junk mail. Yep, I got mail. I got it. Male
Rise and shine.
genitalia
Hope
in my
you're
mouth.
well rested.
Garble, garble,
Ready to
garble,
continue your
garble.
training? Okay, let's have a look at your employee terminal.
Alright.
Now, let's get caught up on career progression
Hungry.
and certification.
Oh, I've got
I've sent you a
posters. Do I have
message
posters?
with an explanation. Go
Live,
on,
laugh,
give it a read.
salvaged. Let's have something a little bit better. Decor, home. Okay, that's a little bit better. I think what happens is I can get posters and stuff from things I salvage, and I can just keep them. So, you know, I don't need to worry too much about that. Can I like improve anything? No, it seems not. Yeah, look, I've got more poster slots over here. No, I want to go here. Let's pick something to destroy.
Clear as mud? Don't worry. I'm here to walk you through the process.
Okay.
Soon enough, I'm going to introduce you to some of the other shipbreakers.
Alright.
Most of them are willing to help you out, too. Alright. Let's start a new shift and pick your first ship to work on.
Okay. Thanks. Salvage tools. Okay. Lots of... Yep. Oh. Right. I've got a ship there. Right. Let's enter the ship catalogue. How do I do that? Do I do it in here? Certification. Ooh, Grandmaster Shipbreaker. I want to be a Grandmaster Shipbreaker. How do I... Back? Where's the catalogue? T. Oh, it's T to start shift, isn't it? Alright.
This screen shows which ships you have access to.
Nice.
Each morning, you can choose to continue working on the ship you got, or start a fresh one. Go ahead and claim one, and we'll
Okay.
get to work.
Yeah? Yeah, that looks okay. Any of these looks okay, actually. These are all level 0. Okay, let's get in there. Let's start ripping this shit apart. You miss me that badly? Yeah, I miss. I do miss. Frame drop a lot, but it's fine. Yeah, with the loading screen, it seems fine to like right now, but yeah, before it was a problem.
It's all yours, Cutter. Your primary goal is to reach rank 3. Now try to remember, nanocarbon goes in the processor.
Yep.
Aluminum goes in the furnace. Try to salvage the entire ship if you can. We call it using the whole buffalo. You'll hit your certs faster that way and start knocking out that dead.
It's not breaking. It's not breaking.
Giving you any help if you need it. Good luck, Cutter.
Right, I need to find where the entrance is, otherwise I'm not gonna be able to do this very efficiently. So there is a method usually to this. It's usually decompressed. If it's not decompressed, then you've got to work out how to do that. Sometimes this is only the beginning, because there's not going to be anything in these like outer sections. But yeah, it can. Okay, out of range. It can get very complicated very soon. Out of range. Oh yeah, and things overheat very quickly. So I've got to remember that. I've got to let things cool down every now and again. Yeah, so these should be pretty much safe to pull off now and shove in the appropriate area. Out of range. Alright, so I think what I can do is... Do I have tethers? How do I... Oh, do I need to buy tethers? Or do I not have... Wait, let's have. There was like options here, wasn't there? So, grapple, place tethers, cancel tethers. G. You can also place tethers with that, with the grapple. Well, that doesn't make sense. When it's got those particles over it, it means you're successfully pulling it. No, that's not right. Usually you can like just tether and it will go into there, but you know, at the moment it's not really necessary. I think like after the stream I'll spend a little bit of time just sort of fixing my keybinds and setup, because this does not feel natural at all. It got to the point where everything was just really sort of nice and easy to work with. That back end as well, this comes off.
I know these ships look intimidating to scrap at first, but trust me, soon enough, you'll be stripping the huge Gecko-class freighters like nothing.
How do I get off of there? Hang on. I don't know how you swap back. Key mapping again. Right, so the cutter. Rotate the cut angle. Equip. Oh, I just press it again. Okay.
Salvaging back down our side. In a droid scrapping this. You know what made me come up here? One day, we got a batch of this particular model in. One of them kinds of synthetic skin and everything. We almost never saw people looking ones like that. They're always too expensive to manufacture. Seems someone found a warehouse full of them. Mothballed for, 20 years or so. Since the AI ban took effect. Probably bought the whole lot for pennies, thinking they could turn a tidy profit with the salvage.
Right.
No word of a lie. These things looked exactly like my stepbrother Jed. Even had the same slack-jawed expression. Now, Jed and I wasn't exactly pals or nothing, but all the same, I couldn't bring myself to start smashing that dopey face. And that's when I looked into getting on with Lynx. I tell you what, it's a sight better to cut up something that doesn't look like a family relation. So, anyway,
yeah, I suppose so. Jesus. Do you ever shut up?
If there's anything giving you grief up there, Cutter.
Yeah, it's pretty much the entire life. All my life is sort of a pain in the ass. Let's just try and get on with it, though. There we go. So that whole section goes in there and gets reprocessed. That's pretty good. Okay, I've got to swap these round. I keep wanting to press 1 to get to the cutter, or the grapple. Oh. That's better. So yeah, you've got to be careful with what you're doing as well, because later on there's going to be... Well, there's sparks now, but later on there's things that will react to the sparks. And if they... and the laser as well, so if you cut across it, it will explode. That's not fun. There's usually like reactors in here as well. Sometimes there can be horse too. Yeah, I've got to see if I've got like tethers, because they're actually quite fun to use. You can also, later on when you upgrade this sort of gravity gun sort of thing, you can have it charge up and do a much more powerful sort of boost. Like that. You've got to go in a processor as well.
Valuable object processed. Set it to deposit. Salvage goal achieved. Rewards allocated.
Nice. Force laser, indeed. Sometimes you've got to be a little bit careful with what you're doing as well. You've got to try and weigh up the pros and cons of putting things in certain places because they'll be connected. I'm not sure how to like salvage them effectively when they're like that, but you know, it's usually just, you know, whatever it's got the most of, just, you know, don't try and salvage every single little bit because you're never going to salvage everything.
Salvage goal achieved. Additional rewards assigned.
Yeah, thanks for that. So the aim of the game is to break into the ships to get their supply of McNuggets. Pretty much, yeah. Once you've defeated Ronald McDonald, you've just got to take what's rightfully yours. Oh, the front's fallen off. Yeah, so this is an example. You can salvage this. This goes in the furnace, but the outside is mostly processor stuff. So it's a lot better to just whack the whole thing in the processor rather than trying to get the glass off, because there's actually bugger all on it. It's not worth it. Some of these things, however, these are pretty useful. At least they used to be. I think you can pick them up. No? Yeah, so also later on there's like a ship that you can use. Well, not really use. You sort of gather the bits to do it up, so it's your own ship. I'm not sure where that goes, really. What's... It's been a long time. I said to myself I wouldn't play this game until it was, like, released. And it is now released. So I don't actually know what actually comes of that ship, because I spent a long time gathering all the bits and pieces from inside these ships, salvaging bits for useful purposes, and it turns out you couldn't do anything with the ship. You can't fly it, you can't do anything. I hope that isn't the case still. This is all furnace, isn't it? Yeah. Oh God, you know what? I'm beginning to regret swapping. Come on, come this way. No, not too far, not too far. I'm beginning to regret swapping 1 and 2. This is also good for. This is also what the tethers are good for. So you don't have to basically go with it. You can just haul them over with a tether, and the tether will do all the work.
Material accepted. Credits assigned.
Thanks.
Processing valuable deposit. Credit.
But now we are on the clock, so there is a timer. I'm not sure where the timer is at the moment. Is there a timer? Maybe there's not a timer for this first one. But there is, like, you know, you get to the end of the day and you have to, like, well, you have to go back to the hab and finish up.
Please observe salvage destination.
What? What couldn't be processed? Oh, was there something on it that it couldn't process in that? Okay, that's fine. And I think for this bit we can just cut it in half. Yeah, okay. One half goes in the left, one half goes in the right. That's if we are strong enough to move it. We are. Yeah. It's best not to get too close to these things as well, because they will drag you in. They do have a certain gravity to them. There we go. And that can go in as well. There we go. Done. Pretty much. I do think that we should be doing something with these. Although I can't grab onto it, so it's just a big piece of nothing. Good. Go on, get in. You're not close enough. That's close enough, that's already going in. Good. Perfect. But yeah, you do only get like a certain amount of time, usually. This game seems awfully close to Sort Your Recycling Simulator. Pretty much. Except this isn't your shit, this is other people's shit that you are recycling. I think we're going to get to that last notch at the top there. It's all burning away.
Salvage goal cleared.
Damn it.
Rewards allocated.
Wait. Was that both of them? Okay, so we didn't get to the last goal, which is okay because you're never gonna like complete the whole thing. You know what? I may actually have to change those around again. My keybinds. I fucking. Ugh. Yes. Actually, where's that wheel thing? How do I bring that wheel up? Maybe I should just have that set to the same button. Helmet light, toggle task list, right hand grab, select tool menu R. Let's change that to 1. And then let's just not have that set to anything. So we can just, there we go, grapple, cutter, cutter, grapple, cutter, grapple. Maybe. It's really weird. It's really weird. Maybe it does need to... I don't know. I'm trying to figure out the best way of doing this. They give you the wheel for a reason, but I don't know whether I want it to be like that. I'm not sure if that was 1 to begin with. No, that was 2 before, wasn't it? Okay. I don't know what's best. Because they've changed the game ever so slightly that nothing feels right anymore. Okay, we'll keep that on R. Okay, that's fine. Okay, and also fucking... I keep accidentally pressing... I don't know... in my brain, I've got a certain setup that goes, this is correct. But then when I'm playing the game, I'm instinctively pressing different buttons. Just like a horse. Maybe control needs to be brake, I don't know. Whatever. Okay, yeah, that does feel a little bit more natural. So if I want to go over here, and then I want to go down, I'm going to do that. But then braking is that. Right. Okay. So this screen is where you eventually end up buying... Again, I'm pressing shift to fucking brake. No, not video control. I can't settle on a single thing. Right, just leave it on that. That's how it is. I did it. Yes, I don't know whether there was just not a timer on that one because this is sort of like the tutorial mode. But you know, I'm expecting it to change in the next one. Yes, good. Everything's good. You understand how sort other people's recycling is not better. If you get paid for it, I mean, it's good because it's in space and everything is better in space. Everything is better in space. There's far more space in space.
9346-52. Your designated sleep period is now over. Have a great day.
Thank you. Yeah.
Looking good, Cutter. Now go ahead and pick another ship.
Okay. Have you been watching me while I sleep? It sounds like you knew I was waking up. I mean, you were right there. Continue ship. I can't continue the ship. The ship is gone. I have destroyed it. Hazard level 2. Yes. Yes, please. He is the PC. Imagine if he was the AI. I don't know. I don't really know where this story goes. So there is a story.
Alright. Hold up a second there, Cutter.
Alright.
Because you've increased your rank, we're gonna give you the next grade of ship.
Thanks.
Now this one will be full of machinery, electronics, furniture, all stuff that Lynx can collect and resell. You're gonna want to throw those items on the barge. That's the big
That thing down there.
below you. Go ahead, have a look.
Hi. Hi, Barge.
Top
Obviously it's
end
branded.
valuable objects or components down there. Don't worry about breaking anything. There's a dampening field that'll catch everything.
Yep.
Works great. Most of the time. Let's give it a go.
Alright. So this thing, that can go in the barge, and it will just tell you. It will tell you right in front of you, right in the centre of the screen, where it goes. Blue, red, green. It's all pretty damn simple. Okay, now just thinking about it, that's a processor, that's also a processor, so there's no point taking this off of there, because it'll go, they both go in the same place.
Deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
Some of these things can just pop off. It seems that one is not. Is that welded on? Ah, there it is.
Salvage registered. Transferring credit.
Yeah, so these are usually worth a fair bit. As you can see, the first thing that I put up there pretty much did almost like a quarter of the goal. There's the second quarter. Just anything that's like attached to a wall, you've got to try and wrench off.
Got that pretty quickly. Now, let me teach you about the kiosk. Once the training wheels come off, Lynx
Kiosk, that's
regulations
the
mean you
bit
gotta
over there.
cover your own oxygen and fuel costs.
Okay.
That's the way things go. Turning it on now. Now, no need to panic. They'll last you a good while. But if you end up running out, you gotta top up at the kiosk over there. Let's have a look.
Alright. Now these are the type of things that will explode. So you've got to take them out so you don't put sparks all over them. Okay, I'm still doing the tutorial, so I've got to humour him, essentially. There's a fucking goose in here!
What happens if you try to salvage yourself?
It depends where you put yourself. If you go in the barge, you can just get back out. But if you go anywhere else, you will die! Suit patch kit. I don't... What? Am I going to cut open my things? repair the integrity of your tools and equipment. Now, usually you can find them in the ships themselves, so it's always good to pick them up and like just use them as you find them. Medkits, yeah, you can occasionally get hurt. Thruster fuel.
There's a fucking goose in here.
I mean, yes, I will die, but are my parts worth good money?
No, because they're going in the wrong place. You just won't get any money for it. It's just how it works. Suit patch kit, oxygen. Yes, so you will run out of oxygen. You've got these bars at the bottom: health, your suit, fuel, O2. They all run out. So you have to come back and buy oxygen. And if you don't buy oxygen, you'll die. So, yeah. At the moment, it doesn't seem to be running out because of the... Well, the fact that I think it's just a tutorial. But, yeah. You can also buy tethers from there.
Pretty easy, right? All right. I'll leave you to it. We'll chat again when you've hit the next rank. Weaver out.
At the moment, I think we're just sort of... Because we're training, or in the tutorial, we're just using the basics. We're not going to be running out of O2 and fuel and health and stuff. So, yeah, nothing to worry about. But that stuff, you can use. I pick that up, use it as fuel, easy. But it will explode. A lot of things will explode. What's that? Suit patch kit. Ooh, that must be new. Oxygen is also pretty good. Repair kits, lovely. So yeah, these things you can't really salvage. There's no use salvaging them or put them in the barge because you won't get anything for them. So just, you know, leave them out here for if and when you need them. What I usually do though is I try and make sure that I'm not going to explode the place and just like pop them out the bottom. Like this. You just got to be careful with where your sparks are going. Otherwise things will explode. They'll also catch fire as well, so don't laser things that shouldn't be lasered. Yeah, that doesn't go there. That goes in the processor. Oh god.
Processing valuable objects. Credits awarded.
There's a fucking goose in here.
Explosions are just the express way of taking things to pieces.
Indeed. They do. Go to pieces quite... oh god, I just... Well, there goes the free loot. I accidentally popped it over the top there. That's furnace stuff, isn't it? So that can go in there. But it's alright, because there's a few things here. I think you can just pick these things up, and then that's like a saving. Oxygen will go into effect immediately, though, so yeah. Just pick up the tool repairs, because they obviously take stuff. Oh yes, my O2 is going down, so I will need to use O2 at some point. My health is fine, so... yeah. But a lot of the things will be bargeable. So just pop them off. Even though they are still wired in, it doesn't matter. And pop them in the barge. It's pretty good, it's pretty easy. Quite relaxing as well, sometimes. Just sort of zone out. Medical kit, I'll just take that. I'm not sure whether that takes effect immediately. No, I think it does. It's not great. Yeah, I had like a method of doing things. It was just like you pop inside, take everything off the walls, take the floor out, and then push everything out the bottom. What's this in the corner? Is that a thing? No. Sometimes when you go in here, you'll find stuff. There's usually like a hard drive or something just sitting on the seat, but it doesn't seem we're quite there yet.
Account credited.
You've also got to be wary of some of the things like clipping into other stuff. Not clipping into, but you know, hitting other stuff, because it can move the entire ship.
Credits awarded.
Because you know, physics is still janky in games. I don't know what that was just then. Let's take this O2 off the wall. That's my O2 refilled. Thank you very much. I'm off for a bit. Might be back. Have a good stream. I will have a fantastic stream. Oh yeah, there's one upgrade which I hate, which people seem to think is amazing. It's the ability to hear stuff in space. Basically, you can upgrade your suit to basically just hear things better. But it sort of grates on me. I don't like it. I prefer the sounds of me being in a suit in space. I mean, why would you want to hear in space? All you're going to hear is these noises, just slightly more tinnier. And the music will be harder to hear, so I never get that. Take everything that is bolted down. I'm taking everything whether it's bolted down or not. There we go. And take the lights. Take everything. Yep. That's another O2 canister. Again, I will probably want that for later.
Credits deposited.
So, just pop that over here. Just, you know, in range, but not in the way. Try not to have it too close to what I'm doing. Stop. Yeah, because I can sometimes accidentally punt everything off into the unknown. It does fascinate me sometimes, the idea that we can, like, if we're in space and we shove something in a certain direction, and like we're nowhere near like any planets or anything, that thing can literally continue going on forever in a certain direction. That was not meant to go in there. We just won't get that. God, that was worth a lot though. So now this is the bit that's going to be a bit tricky. So we get the corners off. We've got these big canisters on the inside here, right, and they have to be taken off. Now the problem is, if we don't take them off properly, they will explode. Have I undone the corners? I have done all the corners. I'm not sure whether that's got to be off as well for this to work. Yeah, there we go. It started to move, I think. Wait, is it moving? It's not moving. Ah, god damn. It's still too heavy. Right. Go that way. Go away. Try and take that bit out as well. In fact, you know what? I'm going to give it a nudge. Yeah, last time I played this, you just needed to get rid of those corners, and it would pop off, but I don't think we have the strength. I think we need to, like, do this. Where is it? There's like something. You can just pop them off usually. Alright, alright, this is the dangerous part. We can take this off like that, but as you can see, it's not exactly going the way we want it to. It's rather heavy. Normally there'd be like a lever which would disconnect it, but I don't see one. They must have redesigned it. Just wondering whether that's... No, I still can't... Gotta try and get this away from there. Otherwise it will explode, and we don't want anything to explode. Okay, you keep going that way for a little while. And hopefully this is far away enough for me to do some sparks. Oh, it is sort of moving. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, it is dangerous. It is a dangerous job. Okay, it is moving. I think that's me doing that. I can push it with my thrusters. So, let's just do it over this side. There we go. Tethers would be handy right about now, because then I could just get these to push it. Yeah, I don't think I'm strong enough to actually push it, but my...
Make your way back to the kiosk on the starting platform to fill up your O2.
It's alright, I've got one here.
Ain't your color. Trust me on this one.
There we go.
Hey, Cutter. I need you to head back to the kiosk on the starting platform to fill up your O2. Stat. We were out.
I know, but I've done it. I fixed it. I fixed the problem. Okay, I think it may be a little bit too heavy because it's got this thruster on the back. Normally it doesn't have those little nodules that connect the thingamajigs, the canisters. So maybe that's what's causing it to be a bit heavier than usual. Yep, that was it. Okay, that's fine. We can move.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Go. Keep going, keep going, keep going. You've got to be careful as well, because if you've got it slightly on one side, this one may take it, which isn't exactly where it needs to be going. I am completely upside down. These tanks are incredibly heavy. They never used to be this heavy. Go on. Go that way, that way, please.
Salvage goal met. Rewards will be paid.
Yeah, got to be very careful with these tanks. They will just explode.
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
There we go. It'll be nicer when we are not as sort of weak, because I have got a lot to salvage. Sometimes this will be done in like two goes, 2 shifts. Okay, nothing flammable. Okay, we're good. There is a part of dismantling these things which is like, it's my favourite part, essentially. It's right at the end when we've salvaged everything and we've still got the front end still to do. Oh, yeah, you got to be careful with what you're aiming at. This is a dangerous job. I think there's a reactor at the end there as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to shove these where they need to go. And you need to go down there. Easy peasy. Okay, maybe the reactor's on the other side. off.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit. Salvage goal achieved. Reward allocated.
Still a bit too far away. Not bad though. Not a bad job at all. There we go, that's in. What about these top bits? Because this is also a barge job. What even is this? That's a cargo hatch. Okay. Cargo hatch which is then sealed in place. Interesting. Yeah, so that whole thing can come off, but that bit, the ring needs to go over there. Come back down. In the barge. Off you go. Have fun. Have fun in the barge. Barging about. Bit of argy-bargy.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
Light.
Salvage deposit registered. Account.
Yeah, I don't actually think there is a reactor in this one, because it would usually be attached to that wall at the end. No, what's this?
Cutter, make your way back to the kiosk on the starting platform.
This is one of the things that you'd normally like pick
Blue
up.
ain't your color. Trust me
Right,
on this.
oxygen just slightly, but I think I've got enough time.
I need you to head back to the kiosk on the starting platform to fill up your O2.
I know, I'm coming. Oh, I'm really slow, so I better not risk it. And go that way, please. Thank you. Good, it's going in the right direction.
Warning. Critical oxygen levels detected.
I know.
Consult the Link's employee handbook on how to maximize your blood
Done.
oxygen saturation.
Thank you. And honestly, I shouldn't need fuel until the next shift, which I think it will just redo it. Like, pretty much as soon as I start, I'll start with a full tank.
Object accepted for processing.
Destroyed a light. Oh, yeah, that's alright. It's only a light. Oh, what? Okay. It seems the fun part has been removed. Basically what would happen was, because of the way the ships are put together, and everything is a physics object, essentially, the front end, like that whole sort of front nose section, would still be attached to this, and so when I took away these bits here to put all that in, this front bit would just pop off, like literally just like that. And I liked doing that. That was quite fun. But apparently they don't do that anymore. They just sort of fall off. Yeah, I've got to get some upgrades for my stuff. You.
Processing valuable deposit. Credits transferred.
And I think that's it. Everything else can go in the furnace except for this.
Salvage goal cleared.
This has got to go in there. Go on, in you go. Now, if I can somehow get this over there all in one go, I think would be good. Is it going that way? Doesn't seem to be. It's far too heavy. Okay. Yeah, see, this bit here is a little bit finicky, but if we take it off in the right places, it's all good.
Warning. Fuel levels unknown.
I know. Don't worry, plenty of fuel. In you go. And this is too... Ooh, what was that? Airlock console. Oh, I didn't realise there was still one on there.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Ah, god damn it. Come on. Ah, it's moving me back. That's fine. Just cut it in half and we'll be good. There we go. Just what we want. See? Whole ship pretty much done. And I think... Ooh, hang on, there's some bars up here. I think that'll get us to our last goal as well.
Raw material accepted.
Maybe? One way to find out, isn't there? Gotta wait for it. Wait for it to all go down. Are we there? Oh, it's nearly there. Come on. Right at the top. Very close. Ooh! Yeah, we did it. It says we destroyed a door, but we didn't do fuck all. Just make sure there's nothing sort of floating around. Nope, we're all good. Hooray! Salvage goal. That's fine. I think that's everything. That's all burnt up. Right. End of shift. So yeah, sort of a relaxing game, isn't it? You just sort of got to, like the title of the stream says, you got to calmly, methodically destroy a ship and put all the bits in the right place. And if you end up with some things that you can salvage, by all means, go ahead and take it.
License upgraded.
Nice. Press D to cycle tip. The word sticker originates from the word stick, which means to stick to. Really, well done for knowing how the word stick works.
Good morning, Shipbreaker. Please enjoy the following inspirational message. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you do, you will be successful.
If you love what you do, you will be successful. I love making videos and streaming and all this stuff. Where's that got me so far? 167 loyal followers. Okay, so we can do... Yeah, I get it. I dubbed thee a Shipbreaker. I got a new sticker, nice. So that's just a load of
Hey, Kurt.
bollocks.
I'm looking at the stats coming from your bay, and it's looking like you're really going to make your way around here. It's time to learn about how to upgrade your equipment. Some of the more advanced tools you'll soon have at your disposal. Head
Yeah?
on over to your workbench in the equipment room, and we'll see about upgrading your tools.
Okay. I could really do with a better laser, because I keep getting quite far away from things and not being able to laser them. Ooh, stickers. Are these stickers I own, or are these stickers that I could own? Don't. Ooh. Okay, let's stick you... Can I stick you? Place sticker? I want to stick you there. I don't want to stick a sticker over my bar, because that would be hazardous. I wouldn't be able to see what anything is. How far up the bar I am. Okay, let's try and do some stuff.
Lynx rewards hard work and learning by giving shipbreakers access to tool improvements and new equipment. Reaching salvage goals is essential for becoming a master shipbreaker.
I see. I couldn't use tethers because I hadn't
They want to
unlocked
make
them
sure you
yet.
prove yourself first, before giving you the big guns. Completing salvage goals will net you shiny links tokens. Use those tokens here to get yourself some new gear.
Right.
Repeat after me, Cutter. Tethers are your friends.
Tethers are
Now,
my friend.
Have a quick read, and let's hop back in the bay. So let's
Tethers
get going
are
and
my
learn about
friend.
One of the most important tools in a shipbreaker's toolbox. Tethers. Go ahead and purchase them.
I did. Tethers are my friend. Let's start a shift and do tethers. Tethers are my friend. Ooh, training. Tether training. I want to do tether training. I think I've got to press T for tethers. Was it? No, it was G, wasn't it? I've got to press G. Which seems a bit...
Let me tell you how to use these things. Tethers
Alright.
are more powerful than the beam in your grapple. They're great for moving super heavy salvage.
Yeah.
Try it out. Press and hold the secondary input for the grapple to begin placement. Point where you want the salvage to move to, then release the input to create the tether.
So click and drag with the Alt. So, oh, that is nice. Go there. Oh wait, no. How do I cancel? Y, isn't it? Y to cancel. They've got to go in the barge. Go down.
Great.
Oh,
Now, what if you want to get rid of the tethers you've already placed?
press Y.
There's a cancel command you can send.
Press Y.
Take note that it clears all of your tethers. Go ahead
I know.
and try it now.
It's fine. Y.
Yeah, there you go.
But they're all going that way
Now,
anyway, so that's fine.
You've got unlimited tethers during this training exercise.
Nice.
But after this, when you need more, you'll have to buy them from the kiosk.
That's fine.
See how well
I
you
will
feel.
buy plenty tethers.
Try and clear out a bunch of that scrap. You can stack multiple tethers on one object to increase the pull force.
Mm.
You can also chain objects of any size together to move them as a group. I've seen some cutters do incredible things with a daisy chain of tethers.
Tethers are amazing. And yes, they do help a lot. I am successful. I do suck a lot of the sex.
Well
Yum
done,
yum.
Cutter. Like I said, tethers are your friends.
Tethers are my
Once you get the hang of
friends.
them, you can get pretty creative on how you use them.
Tethers
Now,
are my
when
friends.
you're ready, let's go back to the hab and continue with the day.
Will do. Thank you. I would like some tethers now. Will he just give me some tethers, or will I have to buy them? I suppose I'm going to have to buy them. And you cannot find them on any ship either. So, you know, they're definitely you have to buy them, sort of thing.
Hello, Shipbreaker.
Hi.
This is your morning wake-up call.
Good. God, I wish I could wake up as easy as this. Let's start a shift. What should we do? Yes. A mackerel. Burping all the burps. As I recall, these have got a lot of screens in them, which may be a problem. I have 20 tethers already. Okay,
It
that's
is my
fine.
distinct honor and privilege to introduce you to the rest of the crew in our sector. Sound off, everyone.
Hey, Rook. Name's Luke. I was the
My name's
worm until
TJ.
you showed up.
Don't call me
Well,
Rook.
thank you. Now
Do I look like a piece
get
from a
to do the hazing.
chessboard?
What are you talking about? We don't do that. Welcome aboard. Don't listen to her.
God damn.
Kai! Your mic's still messed up.
You need a microphone.
How about now?
Whew.
Oh, hey, I'm Kaido. Kai.
Mic's still busted, huh?
What the hell?
Yeah, still waiting on the wreck to get approved.
Oh,
Heaven forbid they give us
Oh.
functional gear.
that's
I'm
not
sure
great.
they're working on it as fast
First of
as
all,
they
I don't have
can.
any fuel. Secondly, I use a tether every time I try and push
Sector comms
a
channel.
thing. Maybe I'll have to change that to a different. Maybe I'll swap it to 3 or something, because
Time to time.
that's sort of on my finger.
Enough chin wagging.
I have no fuel.
Weaver out.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Later, Rook.
My name's TJ. Fuck off. You suck a dick, please.
Welcome to Vendatron 9.
Tethers.
Thank you for
I'm
your
gonna refresh those. I need thruster fuel.
Fuel levels restored.
Thank you. Right, yeah, so I've got a problem there. Or maybe I could do, like, middle mouse click. Does that do anything? I could probably have that set my tethers down. That might be good. Grapple. Oh, God. I want place tethers. Wait. Push. Let's make that not a thing. Place tether. Why are you not? Ah, there we go. Yes, and then Y to cancel if necessary. Actually, no, we'll change that to 3 so that it's there. Okay. Let's just see how that goes. I can't remember if the middle mouse button is actually a thing. I see, yeah. Okay. Let's go! It didn't end up going where I needed it to go. Why do you not finish your travel into the barge? Finish. Keep going. There we go.
Salvage deposit accepted.
So some of these things we're probably not going to be able to cut off because they are, well, much more, much more hardy than everything else. Like this, for example. Oh, I can make it glow at least. Ah, so it does work. Although I shouldn't really need to do that. Once I've cut this off, I should push the whole thing down. And barge. And barge. Barge. There's a bit on the end here as well. Haha! You have... Your time is numbered.
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
Thank you. I like credits. Creditos. JL, how are you doing? How are you? How be? What's up?
Salvage registered. Transferring credit.
I'm salvaging ships. I'm doing space work. I think this comes off. I think I just pick this off. I can. Ah. You know what? Boom, and you as well. Now that I've got the tethers, I might as well use them. Whoa, look at it go! Fucking love them. You can, even though it's still attached, just attach a tether to it and it will pull itself off, I believe. There we go. Which is pretty damn good. Are you a part of Space Force? I am not a part of any sort of Space Force. I am dismantling the force of space. How do I get in? Ah. Here we go. Is it decompressed? It is decompressed. And, as I thought, screens everywhere! Hello! Time to work out how I'm doing this. Is the cockpit? Is there anything in the cockpit? No. Okay. Not a problem. Let's just make sure there's nothing in this place that's going to blow us up. Ooh. Bunny character D. I want a bunny rabbit, thank you very much. Nothing explodable. Okay, we're good. Let's start lasering bits off. I'm not sure about the back though. Maybe the back has a few problems. that we'll have to deal with.
Warning. Low oxygen reserve.
Low oxygen already? Okay, fine, I'll deal with my oxygen. Sounds like the dark side then. I am in the dark side of the moon. I'm not. There is no moon. There's no such thing as the moon.
Oxygen level stabilizing.
Are we? We are near the moon, aren't we? Yeah, I thought so. It's more. I think we're closer to Earth than we are the moon. Ah, yes, the Earth is down. Anyway, let's just sort of ping ourselves off of this. Ooh. God, thank God for jetpacks. Leave my sight. Go that way. Push. Push. Alright. I'm not sure if this table will catch fire. I think it has caught fire in the past, which has been very problematic. But I don't think we're having much of a problem here. Ooh, a poster. Poster for me! Could go in the barge, but I want stuff to decorate my hab. My habitat. That's where you keep me. Yeah. I was very wary just then that I wasn't going to blow the thing up. Ooh, ooh! They're out here. They could have blown up if I had done that wrong. Okay. Gotta worry about that at some point. Okay, get out. Go that way. Nice. Doop, boop, and doop, boop. Go, 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 go. Yay, valuable objects. Now, pretty much everything except for the doors can go in the barge. So, time to start plucking things off the walls and whacking them in the barge. You've got to be careful you don't destroy these things as well, because if you hit them too hard against something, they will just obliterate themselves. Oh, that goes in the furnace. Interesting. Oh, it's very hard to keep yourself upright. Ooh, what's that? Barge. Yeah, try not to bash things against each other. They're alright once they're in the barge. They don't have much... well, they tend to just forfeit their physicality once they're down there, but yeah, when they're out of the barge they will just destroy themselves if they hit anything. So also got to be careful about taking them off the walls, because sometimes they can be slightly clipped in and then they'll destroy themselves, so yeah. It's a bit difficult, but it's still quite effective. You can... I think they've basically solved many of the problems that they've had in the past with things being clipped into each other. You can go in the barge. You definitely. I'm not running out of O2 just yet. I will take these off the wall though, because I'm going to take this bit off the back. I will probably end up blowing up the canisters. Although I could probably do it at an angle so the sparks don't head that way. Yeah, I can.
5 minutes left in this shift, Cutter. Don't bite off more than you can chew.
There we go. That's our timer. We've apparently got a timer now. Oh, it's right at the top of the screen. can't currently see it, but yeah, we now have a timer. Before, when it was all training, we didn't, but now we do. Oh, go that way. That usually can come out a lot smoother than that. I usually just back up straight away. I forgot about that. It's been a long time since I played this game, so you know, I'm bound to forget some things. Take the lights off. Always take the lights off. Yeah, I don't think these are exactly a lot of money, but it's always very satisfying to pluck them off.
Warning. Your oxygen reserves are dropping below statistically profitable levels.
Statistically profitable levels. Sums up this game in a nutshell. It's alright, I've got an O2 tank behind me, I can just nab that off the wall. Is that everything? Maybe this in the processor. Yes. There's all this shit to deal with. It's alright, you get a few seconds as you're running out of oxygen to go find oxygen. Not many, but enough. I know the music is getting all sort of panicky, but I don't need to worry. I've literally got a tank right here.
Oxygen levels.
Thanks! Got some dodgy oxygen. See, it lets you know the music is there sort of for a reason, which is pretty good. Ooh.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
Just plucking all these things off. I don't know how these things are all attached, but there's no wiring.
Transferring credit.
I imagine they've like everything's attached by magnets, and all the magnets have like I don't know, maybe like a plus and minus to like transfer power. I'm not sure whether magnets can do that. Can magnets transfer electricity? I mean, they're essentially made by charging it with electricity, aren't they? Oh, yeah, don't want to do that.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
They can somewhat. Well, there we go. Maybe that's how it works. Because like I said, not a lot of the stuff here is attached by wires. Oh, we've missed a few. Oh god. God, the whole... Something was moving just then. Was that me, or was that... Or was that this? Ooh.
Got her. Got about 1 minute to make your mark on this ship.
Jesus. 1 minute. Doesn't feel like it's been 5 minutes. Feels like it's actually been longer. Right, let's just make sure there's nothing in there I need to take out. Okay, there are some wires, but I think this can be removed. Yes, okay. That's fine. So, tether that to there. That can go in there too. You and you. There we go. They can all go where they're meant to. Very nice. Oh, that was meant to go in the furnace. In the furnace you go. Okay, they'll still be drifting for the next shift. Very nice. We did quite good. We just need to do the rest of the ship in the next one. Hooray! Rank 5. Now I can do more shit.
License level
But I need a main power source, indeed. Nice. Right. See how we're doing. Nearly all traditional forms of farming and food production have been entirely replaced by vast algae and insect production. Jesus.
Hello, Shipbreaker. You have 1 incoming transmission waiting.
Okay. Employee terminal?
Hey, Rook. You ever think about starting your own business out there? You know, be your own boss? I swear.
I'm sort of already trying to be my own
I'll
boss.
runner and make my own money. Maybe bring my old man along to help sniff out the good rocks. My dream is to tinker with ship design. Maybe build some machinery to help with heavy-duty mining. Make it safer. If we ever both get out of here, I'd hire you in a heartbeat.
Oh, thanks.
If you don't end up coming with me, I hope you get to make your own way out there. Definitely ping me if you do.
Me too.
Blue out.
I will not be taking you with me, though. Hey, look, there's the rabbit I got. Did I put that there? Or was that just how it is? You got... You're being water... What?
Your allocated shift time will be commencing shortly.
You got your bean water. Oh, bean. As in... beans. I have hot moo juice with chocolate. Oh, I wish I had that. Ooh. I've not seen that shit before. Atlas Scout. I have not actually seen that shit before. That's completely new. It's very thin. Bunny character D is a popular children's video character, an anthropomorphic pink rabbit. It was one of dozens of characters introduced as part of Pan-Terran Media, conglomerate's Fun Friend Animals pilot program. The program featured a wide range of stylized animal-based characters, and heavy psychological analysis was used to determine which of these characters were most popular. Despite appearing very similar to bunny characters A, B, C, E, and G, bunny character D was determined to be the most popular among children aged 4 to 12. Interestingly, bunny character F, while being the least popular with this age group, reportedly due to disturbing facial features, proved most popular among those aged 25 to 40 and is featured in a series of videos and games for adults. Several of the program's characters, notably moose character, pigeon characters A to C, and salmon character, were determined to be unpopular because they were based on animals that had been extinct for over 100 years. God, there's so much here. Okay, we get it. We all love bunny character D. New hab poster available. Customize your living space. Yes, I will do that.
I think it's time
The music's a
to learn
bit
about the mother lode
weird.
of any ship, the reactor.
Oh, now we're
Most
doing
dangerous
reactors.
Part of shipbreaking, but you got this. Continue when you're ready, Cutter.
I will. Let's have. Okay. Let's have the skull and crossbones over where I live. There we go, and we'll have the bunny here. There we go. Oh god. Tab to go back. Okay. Have I got any? Can I upgrade anything? I would like to upgrade. Do I have enough? Do I have enough links tokens? I need a longer laser. Ooh. Delhi lens or Delhi or whatever. Plan for Stinger. New lenses are manufactured. Is that longer? Range 5 meters. That's what I want. That's exactly what I want. Give me a longer range. I like F. He is my favourite. If you say so. Nothing seems to be breaking at the moment. Everything's still at 100%, so I don't think we need to do anything with that. Okay, let's start a new shift. New station. New ship. Training! Give me a training ship. Claiming a new ship will clear the salvage bay of your existing ship. All remaining salvage will be forfeit to link. No! Continue. Let's just continue with the ship. F is for fuck me daddy. Indeed. I will fuck your daddy. Like I said, they just continue after a little while. Can I make sure that goes in there? There we go. It's going the right way. Okay. So there is a finicky bit in here. You see all these wires? Yeah, they're a pain in the ass. That will also zap you. So I've got to be careful. I'm not sure if I can just pluck this off. Yes, I can. Okay, that's fine. If you don't do that, it will zap you. But this entire, like, these wires will not come off unless you get rid of each and every single one of these things. And unfortunately, they are worth an alright amount. I suppose I need to work my way through. There's another light. Did I get rid of all the cockpit? I think I did, didn't I?
Applying credit.
Yes. Right, there's no hidden extras in here. Okay. Time to work on the fiddly bits. Okay. Pop you off. I don't remember if these catch fire. Right, in the furnace you go. Salvage all that copper.
Credit transferred.
Come on. God, I hate that. Go in there. Oh, you're a furnace, aren't you?
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
That's better.
Object processed.
It's much better having that distance. Look at that. Oh, isn't that lovely? Be much more effective at dismantling shit.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Oh, that's not going to be very good. I've still got that attached. There we go. Oh, no, just tether. It's much simpler if you tether. Much simpler, much easier, much better. Oh, I fucking hate this fiddly bit.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
Music's nice though. You sort of don't mind it when you got the music going.
Processing valuable deposit.
Do you think I can get that right at the end there? Oh, I can. Nice. Okay. In you go. Bye-bye. See you later. Well, I won't. You'll be melted down into bits and pieces, but, you know what I mean. Leave my general vicinity. Please get yourself out of my general vicinity. It hurts. Oh no, my general vicinity. Can't even say it properly because it's so much of a mouthful. General vicinity. The letters don't even really match up properly if you'd be able to say it very well. Either that or my mouth's just fucked.
Salvage deposit registered.
Nice.
Account credited.
I've only got 7 tethers left. Oh, fuck, more wiring. I hate this wiring. I wish it had all just, like, come out in one big chunk. Cool down. There we go.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Oh, oxygen's low. Better look out. Oh, look, I've got oxygen there. Nice. Save me a trip.
Valuable object accepted.
That's why you always save them.
Salvage goal achieved. Rewards allocated.
Oh, give me that. Yes, those little weird little floaty bits. For, like that. That right there. That, you would normally pick them up for use in a ship that you will get later. Now, I don't know what the use of the ship is. I did mention it earlier. And when I last played this, I played all the way up until I had completely refurbished it and then couldn't do anything with it. So, whatever that's for now, I'm hoping they've given you some functionality with it. Because at the moment, it is just this game. This is the game.
Material accepted.
I'm hoping they give you a little bit more sort of space to explore. Also, there was like a map as well of like different places, I think, with which I imagine you'd like go off and you know, do salvaging there as well. Because yes, thank you. Because there's that gate at the back there, and I imagine like you can go and do more salvaging elsewhere. Because the game is released, so I'm hoping there's more than just what was in the game last time I played.
Material accepted. Credit
Why can't I do anything with you? Come on. Why can't I gather you now?
Credit transferred.
Find the energy cell. Sometimes these things can like spark and cause arcs. That's usually not very good, because you can get electrocuted, you can get exploded, you can get burned, you can be electrocuted. There's all sorts of things that can happen to you in space due to this very hazardous lifestyle. You can just go in, can't you now? Yes. Oh! Well, goodbye to that. It's alright, we lost a little bit. It's fine. I'm not exactly sure how much we do lose. I mean, it'll come up as red on the bar.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
It's not that much. But we hit our goal, at least.
Rewards maximized.
There we go.
Salvage
Off you go.
registered. Transferring credit.
Oh, that's come off as well, so that means that can go. Oh, did I just hook it to itself? I did.
Processor deposit accepted.
Nice.
Credit
And then,
reward.
yeah, I think this whole thing now is just into the furnace. Yep, that's pretty much it. Okay, off it goes.
Cutter, looks like you used your last tether. Head
I did.
on over to the kiosk to pick
But
up some more.
it was very effective usage. Alright, well, yeah, that's that done. I'm gonna go and, I'm gonna refuel,
Fuel levels are low.
retether, and, oxygen.
At the master jack.
And that's us pretty much done for this ship. Now we're gonna go and do some reactors. Reactors are not too bad. There's just certain ways of... certain ways of,
That's 5 minutes left on the clock, Cutter.
getting through them.
5 minutes remaining.
Thruster fuel and tethers. I don't know why I did that. Is that going in? Doesn't look like it's going in. We've got 5 minutes to check to see if it's going in. It should be. Tethers only last a certain amount of time, but I don't think it took that long to get that in there. Why are you not going in? It's just on the cusp. It's just on the cusp. Look at it. It looked like it was further in, but it's right there. It's just not quite going. Get in there, will you? And watch this burning away. Yeah, the gravity field should be able to suck that in now. I think it's taken hold now. So there we go. Now it's taken hold. You can tell because the angle just sort of changed. Nice. Sticker unlocked. Mini-me. Ooh. I want a sticker called Mini-me. I'm wasting my newly bought oxygen. Hopefully the next ship will have some oxygen tanks so I won't have to buy any more. Let's pick... Oh, did I... I think I picked up a bit of trash just then and tried to ping it rather than doing that. Pinging myself back. Bloody hell, 3,322,000. That is a lot. It's still just a little crumb in the pit of my debt, but... Insert rest of sentence here. Okay, so before I go and do that, I'm going to have a quick break. I need to have a wee. Ooh, mini-me. And yeah, I will see you in a few minutes. Probably need to make a new coffee as well. That was the rest of the sentence. Indeed, my sentence was complete. I'll see you in a bit. Yeah. Oh, my fucking headphones are running out of battery as well.
Did it do it?
It did, just a little bit.
I wonder if that shows up on the stream.
No, because it's literally just these running out of power.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's a shame. You should try to emulate it and then have it as like a button in your soundboard so you can be like, this is what it sounds like.
What it sounds like is when you are pissing on a duvet.
I can't say I've ever done that.
Or, say, okay, like when you're pissing against a tent. That sort of fabric. You know?
Yeah, I've never done that either, but I know what you mean. Somehow.
It's the same sort. It's like that sort of
rain
fabric
hitting like a tarpaulin.
Or rain. You know, either way.
Yeah. Well, that's the difference between you and I. I'm normal. I think about things like rain, and you're like, yeah, it's like piss.
It's like pissing on a tent.
It's like Willie's.
It's like pissing on a... Why did I go to piss? Of course, like rain. It's like rain, not
like
piss.
Rain. Are you pissing on a tent? Did you remember water?
Fuck's sake. I haven't put nearly enough in there to fuck it up. I've been keeping track.
Good. Why did I think?
Why did I go straight to piss? I don't
Because
understand.
You're a degenerate. degenerate.
I don't often piss against tents.
Yeah, nah. You said duvet first. That's what gets me. Fucking duvet.
Shut up, okay?
I'm gonna walk past your room in a couple of days and just hear.
I was trying to think of a big bit of, like,
Penis.
fabric or something, and the only thing I could think of was duvet. But then I went, no, duvet doesn't work because it's not the same material as like a tarpaulin or anything. I could have said tarp.
Yeah, literally, I said rainwater on a tarpaulin. You said pissing on a fucking duvet.
Is this how I survive? My life just revolves around arcade games? Oh, no.
There's a fucking goose in here!
Did you see the goose? There was a fucking goose in here! Maybe if you are pregnant, you could point the nipple down to wherever the baby is. Well, not when when you've had a child. You know when, like, humans have children? They come out, and then they become lodged onto the nipple. It would be a lot better if that nipple wasn't being forced down, and instead was just being able to... You could point them down whenever you liked. You get what I mean? That seems like... It just seems like bad design on a human scale there. Like, surely you'd want a nipple underneath the boob. And maybe more, depending on how many kids you had. That's... God, fuck my ass. Oh, I've been in here. Is it in here? Is it a possibility? Jesus, you shitty bollocks! You're doing at me!
Gaddy!
I heard that footstep and turned around and the big fucking round black bullshit was coming at me. Why were you doing? You... I see somebody in chat has just said something. Oh, Scarlet. Oh, Scarlet. Oh, hello, Scarlet. Oh, Scarlet. Oh, Scarlet. I'm laughing so hard I almost actually shit yourself. Oh, God. Fucking hell. Go on, do it. Shit yourself. I dare you. Send me photos. Where does it say here?
See them dots? Them dots.
Wait a minute.
Flat the Younger pooped one times. Roo-ro.
Fucking hell, it's going on forever. Stop. It sounded like it was going to stop for a second there. It just went
We've got
again.
We've got less than 2 minutes of prep time left.
Ah! Hello. That was weird. When I got up, probably saw it. I got up and I pushed my mic away, and it went straight into the start button. So basically taking me back to the start of the stream. But luckily it wasn't like the end button, because then it would have been on a 90-second timer and it would have ended the stream. So, you know, lucky we didn't do that. Right. Let's, what are we doing? We're starting a new shift. We just did that ship, so we're free to do the training. Claiming a new ship will click, yes, we know. I really need to shave all this off. It's really pissing me off. It's like, oh, just whenever I'm eating just food in your mouth, it's just all over the hair. Oh, fucking hell. Hate it. I'm just going to shave it off.
I remember my first reactor pull. I was shaking like a leaf.
I imagine so.
You got less on the line now, but still. Let's try to do this without a critical meltdown. Looks like this ship's reactor's toward the aft, but there are lots of different configurations out in the wild. Okay. We're only focused on one thing right now.
It's in the middle.
Pull the reactor and get it on the barge. As soon as you disconnect the reactor from this ship, it'll start to melt down. So act fast and make sure you have an exit strategy ahead of time.
Okay. Where's the entrance to the ship? Is it on the left? How do you get in? Oh, it's there. Okay. Yeah, you got to wonder sometimes, like how do they get in? Because there doesn't seem to be any like removable plates at the top. There's probably one on the bottom, but like, do they just go into a spacesuit and climb in this way, like I am now? Like, to actually just use the ship, not to, like, do what I'm doing right now.
Alright.
So that's a reactor.
This one's pretty easy. Should just slide out of her coolant casing with a good yank from your grapple.
Yep.
Try to have your extraction fully planned out before disconnecting it from the ship.
It's fine. I know the drill. Sort of. I know there is a drill involved. Oh, fucking hell. Right, let's move you out of the way. God, this is all flammable as well. If this arcs, this is all going. Shit. It's like I'm being set up to fail here. Alright. Alright. I can do this, I can do this, I can... If I get just behind... Oh no, I can't. Oh, you know what? If it all goes to shit, I'm gonna want to be out of the way, aren't I? That's the actual thruster assembly there. That is also salvageable. Oh, this is all gonna blow up. No. Okay, this is not going to fail. If I just stay back here, then... Haha! Down it goes! Perfect. So, we just want to yank that out. So, it shouldn't matter where this goes, although I'm not entirely sure. I do seem to get money for when I'm doing this training, don't I? So let's see if this is all good. Okay, so now, as long as this goes straight down and doesn't sort of...
Deposit accepted for
Oh, fucking hell, though. These things are not... Why would you stick these things next to a reactor? Literally the worst.
Salvage deposited.
So,
Applying
boom.
credit to account.
Go straight down.
Well,
Success.
congrats, Cutter. You're certainly picking this stuff up faster than I did back in the day.
Sometimes they arc,
Okay.
and that's a
I'm
pain.
gonna leave you to it till you get to the next range. Until then, remember this. Measure twice, cut once. And tethers are your friends. Good luck out there, Cutter. We were out.
Oops. Okay. So that was that. I've got 15 minutes. I could salvage this. I could salvage this entire ship and probably get money for it. I suppose that's probably the point. I'm meant to. mean, he said that we were only concentrating on doing that, but nothing's saying that we can't do the rest. Down you go on. Get fucked. Go on. Fuck off, mate. Wait, are you stuck because we've got these attached? You, please leave the vicinity. You as well. Go on. Okay.
Valuable object accepted for processing.
Thank you. That one's quite light. That must be empty. That one. Oh, you. Oh, you're the panel, aren't you?
Salvage deposit accepted. Credit.
Nice. Nice. Doing well. Doing well so far. Right. Give me the lights.
Salvage secured. Credit.
I love these lights. I love lamp. Ugh. This is fine. Okay, right. Oh, I think these may still have shit in them, so if I try and do lasers, it may all catch fire. Let's try and keep away from it. We'll do it from a distance. Make sure the sparks go down and away from the pipes. Oh, how am I going to do the top one? Oh, this is dangerous. This is so dangerous. Okay. We'll try and do this one from a distance, because it will catch fire. Did that work? It did work. Okay. So from that angle it works. Nice. That means we can do this side as well now. No sparks. No sparks, no death. Alright, now why are you stuck?
Transferring credit.
Huh, it seems it was that one light was sort of keeping it welded on. This is what I mean. Sometimes sometimes certain things are put in place to keep things held. I'm not sure exactly how this game works, but it does feel like that's how that works. Some things are just there to hold something in place. You're dead, dang it. Did you think I was going to die back then? I was not going to die. I've played this before. I know what I'm doing. These are flammable. You've got to be careful of those. If they catch fire, then it can pretty much take out the entire ship. Ooh, what's that? Oh, it's such low res. Let's take you off the wall. Don't need you. Wait, are these? They're furnace. They can go with the rest of the chassis.
Salvage registered. Transferring credit.
Oh, hang on. I need to scratch my eye. My eye is all itchy. Oh. Fucking hell. It's not just a normal itch usually. It's just here. Have itches for days, and thus days of itching will happen. And I stick my finger in my eye, so it will never happen again. Same with my bum. Sometimes I just get an itch on the inside and just gotta leave stuff in there. Yep, I get it. I'm losing oxygen. It's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry. I know what I'm doing. I am a scientist. I have done this before. I am the smartest man alive right now.
Credits awarded.
It's fine. Look, there's literally oxygen and, like, fuel right there. It's fine.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
That is when you just finger yourself. Like, excuses, is what they usually say whenever I say that. But you gotta have an excuse. That would have sparked up a right treat, that would have. Right. Now it's getting a bit crazy. There we go. We're all good. Everything's fine. Oh, this has got a door panel. Anything on this side? On the inside? No. Everything's good. Right. So that entire section is ready to go. Let's pop this off the wall and put it somewhere safe. It's bound to need that later. It's best not to let them drift either. Barge. That's going to be difficult to salvage. Because otherwise you'll lose them. Just let them settle and then off they go. Right, you can go in there. You follow it. Bye. Oh, another Coke. Okay, so this is a bit finicky. Just going to make sure I go on the edges here, because if I make sparks go towards the pipes may explode. Oh yeah, you've got to... Come on. What the fuck? Unpowered. Oh, have I detached it? Surely that's got to come. That can still come off. Yeah, the pipes can still have fuel in them, and they will explode. I got a flashlight. I didn't know that. I accidentally pressed F. So can I just pull this off? Oh, I can. Wait. Oh, but that's attached to that. Oh, so I can't... I've got to do that when the ship's still in one piece. God fucking damn it. Okay. That's a pain in the arse. Let's try and get that going up there past all this shit, because it's a bit fiddly at the moment. Then once that's out the way, we can... Oh shit, it's got tanks and everything. Go on, go that way. No, go that way. It's a full tank, isn't it? Of course it is. Let's pop you off as well before you end up in the wrong place. And careful, careful, careful. Now. Okay, so we're probably going to get more for barging this than we are putting it in the other place. Now, these sides are interesting because you've got to get in here and detach them via... Oh, wait, no. Okay, not on this one. But usually they're attached on the inside using these little sort of plates. But it seems that one was piss easy. Okay, easy peasy. Nice. Give me that light. In you go.
All right, Cutter. You got about 5 minutes.
See, that's how you can tell that's not supposed to go in there, because they'll go red.
Weaver out.
Okay. And you. Cool down. Come on. Cool it. Cool your jets, spaceman. Okie dokie. Right. Let's put that one over there. You, go in there. You're attached to that now. You're attached to this. And I'm not sure which one's attached to what now. Yeah, you are attached to you. Alright, is that everything? It seems to be. Running out of O2 again! I don't have a spare bottle! Okay. God damn, the tethers didn't last long, did they? I think when they get a little bit over tensioned, they just snap. Oxygen. Thank you. Ooh, I keep doing that. I want to press tab to do that. Okay, let's tether you in. Tether you to you. No? Alright, have your own tether. Why are you not tethering to where I want you to be? Fucking hell. Wasted so many tethers just on that one piece.
Cutter, you're out of tethers. Get yourself over to the kiosk and buy some more.
Alright, looks like I'm doing this manually until I can... I've just been there.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to...
I don't want to go back. You can't make me. I don't want to go back.
Processing valuable deposit. Credit transferred.
Come on, light. Getting clumsy today.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
Is there like a thing on the outside here? Yeah, see, we don't want that going in there. That's worth a pretty penny.
Salvage deposit.
Very pretty penny. It's the prettiest penny I've ever seen. Ah. Alright, are you going to be a pain in the ass? No, you're not.
Credit deposited. Salvage goal reached. Rewards assigned.
Thanks for the salvage goal. Let's see if we can get to the end of that goal by the end of the shift. We've got a minute and a half. A minute and 20 minutes. A minute and 20 seconds, I mean. Come on, we can do the rest of that. Right, get in. Get in there. We can reach the goal at the end of this. Come on. There's a bunch of wires there. Normally I'd be able to salvage those.
Gobble, gobble.
Don't gobble gobble me! I'll gobble gobble you. You do not want to see me gobble gobble someone. It is not pretty. You're just off now, aren't you? So you can go. And then, yeah, the rest of this is just as is. I do not have any tethers available, however, so maybe I can. I did it! Nice! Ooh, just got caught there for a second. Oh, come on, 8 seconds. That way, that way, that way, that way, that way. Go in, go in, go in, go in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, not quite. We've still got that last bit. I think we did the goals, so I don't think we're going to need to do the rest. There's not really that much left. Yeah, bollocks to it. We'll just do the next one.
License upgraded.
Thanks for the license upgrade. Ooh, new message.
Hello, Shipbreaker. You have 1 incoming Beginning transmission waiting.
Really?
Howdy, Rook. So, this can be, an awkward subject, but you
Bye-bye,
probably
Shadow
know
Wolf.
this link
Have
doesn't
fun.
take great care of us. Up until maybe 100 years ago, workers like us would sometimes form these groups, called unions, and go toe-to-toe with the company. They'd argue for better wages, safer work, decent hours, that kind of thing. Lynx was actually part of getting rid of them, but some of us are trying to bring it back.
How dare
tell
you?
you're good
How dare you even
and
suggest a
hardworking.
union?
The company
Don't you know the company really respects us
built that way.
as people,
So I thought you might be
individuals,
interested in
not
the
groups?
There are new messages every couple of days. Read them, don't read them, trash them, whatever. Just keep it on the down low. The others don't know about it. Weaver and Dee are a bit too by the book. Kaido is just too anxious. Poor kid. But I wanted you to have the info. I was glad someone gave it to me when I was new. Okay, spiel over. See you in the yard, Rook. Flew out.
My name's TJ, not Rook. Stop calling me Rook. Seriously, seriously, I don't think she's quite got the message.
Good morning, Cutter 9346-52.
She's gonna get herself
Lynx would
like
to wish you a happy and
sacked.
productive day.
Don't join unions, because otherwise bad things apparently will happen. That's what they say. That's what all the big companies say. That said, always join a union. If there's a union, join it. By all means.
Hey, Cutter. You're gonna start getting pressurized shifts now. Lou and I will show you the ropes.
I'm already
when you're
under a
ready.
lot of pressure. Do I need to have pressure? Or do you mean literal, like pressurized containers? Oh no, I didn't want to start a shift. I wanted to. I saw T at the top there. I was like, ah, yes, let's do that. Equipment. Do I have any upgrades? Can I have an upgrade? Upgrade, please. Oh, I do have some upgrades. Do I have any others though? Grapple. I have quite a few here. Range of the grapple. Strength. Strength would be good, because we're definitely going to need to be able to shift stronger, well, heavier things. Tether amount. I'd like more tethers. Max tethers 30. Whoa. I mean, I've already got 20, but 30. Imagine what we could do with 30. Durability, that's fine. Thrusters, maybe a secondary thought. Spectrum scanner. I don't really look at the scanner. Demo charges not until I'm level 11. Worksuit. Yeah, this is the audio resync. This is what I was talking about earlier. Everyone wanted to be able to hear in space. Cutting edge Lynx tech allows you to resynthesize audio from nearby hazards in unpressurized areas. So basically make the game sound horrible. Don't get it. Just don't get it. I never do. It's not needed. It's sort of relaxing hearing the low thuds as things move around. A range on the cutter. What's that? Cooldown. Cooldown might be good. Let's see what I can afford. I think at the moment we need a strength upgrade for the grapple. Let's go for that. And can we do... We can do a cooldown as well. Nice. And durability. Let's just do durability as well. Why not? Tier requirement not met, but I can afford it at least, so that's good. Charged push unlock. Yes, please. That would be nice. Tether amount. Oh, I was hovering over the wrong one. No wonder I couldn't get it. Okay. Durability. I didn't think these broke. Let's go back to the laser cutter because that's what we're using mostly. Okay. At the moment, we're not really using that. So let's go for range and durability. Wow, can I actually just... Oh, I thought I could afford that straight away. No? Okay. I think we are done with our points. That's fine. Oh, I could have had an oxygen upgrade. Okay. Next time we'll do the oxygen. This game does not have a love story, no. As far as I'm aware, there is no love story. It's more of a work story. Yeah, there's quite a lot of work going on. There's a story going on about like how this, like how work is pretty much the entire story. I can't say enough about work. I can't say much about it because I haven't completed the game.
Our friend Lou.
This would be my first time.
Pressurized ships. So, I'm gonna let her take the lead on this one.
Okay.
You give me a hard time.
I have no grapple. Why can I not grapple?
Okay, Rook. Time for the fun stuff. And by fun, I mean incredibly dangerous.
You're in good hands. Take it away, Lou.
Okay, first rule. Always scan ahead. Ships can have pockets of pressure anywhere inside them. Let's have a look.
Okay.
Activate your scanner now.
How do I do that? How do I do that? How do I teach to scroll the scanner?
Your scanner shows the pressure state of every compartment. Red labels are unpressurized. Green are pressurized.
I
Cut
see.
between a red room and a green room, and boom, violent decompression.
The correct term is explosive decompression.
Explosive, same deal. If we cut this ship now, it pops.
Oh.
All safely in is through an airlock.
I think that's a reactor there. That's why I'm getting glitches. F to interact. How do I interact? What the hell? Oh wow, I can like hover over and select these things. 5 is helmet light. Oh, that's where I found the light earlier. Okay. Wait. It's saying to scroll up and down to go to systems and objects, but I don't think I can do that. Okay. This is fine, I suppose. Enter through the airlock. Will do. Activate it, Rook. How dare you? How dare you call me Rook? Why can I not use my tether? What's this about? Why am I being curtailed?
Good. Now cycle the airlock. Should be a switch in there. And you're in. From inside, you can safely depressurize with an atmosphere regulator. Should be one nearby. Give it a go.
Okay. Pressurized. Now I believe what you have to do is turn this off. And it will suck all the air out. And therefore no more explosives. Except for the obvious explosives.
You're gonna have to depressurize a ship violently.
Explosively?
Explosively. As soon as you hear that warning, grab onto something. Seriously, you don't want to get sucked through a 1-inch hull fracture. Believe me, it's unpleasant. Sometimes different areas of the ship have their own pressurization systems. So remember, always scan ahead.
Sorry, I'm looting.
Hey,
I'm looting the place.
Why don't you
There's
take the rest
stuff.
of the day off and out-demo my patented reactor rodeo technique?
Nah, that's all right there, Lou. Thank you very much.
Oh, hot tip. You know all the supplies you can buy at kiosks? You can actually scrounge a lot of that stuff free from the ship.
Come on now, Lou. You know that's against regs.
That's just because they want us to spend every penny at the company's store.
It's also not safe. Nor sanitary.
Pulled that off the
Come
wall.
on, what?
There was something that came through here. Did you see?
Floating around and all that
Is it that? Usually there's like a hard drive or something.
Oh, probably well past their expiry date.
Okay, well, it's not like I'm saying to steal power cells and flip them
Stop
on the
arguing!
market.
Seriously, I've got stuff to do.
I need you to try and follow the rules now, you hear?
Yeah, whatever, boss. Catch you later, Rook. Lou out.
Do the rules. I know that rules are an important part of everything, so I'm not like her. I will obey.
Please just monitor your vitals after.
Yep.
Oh, and for God's sake, don't eat anything you find. Anyway.
Well, I can't. I've got
have a good shift.
I've got a helmet on. How am I supposed to eat things? I mean, I've got a nozzle to attach the oxygen, so unless there's like a nozzle on the front of my spacesuit, I'm not really going to be achieving much with that, am I? Use the helmet hole. Oh. Oh, you mean the bit that goes up like that? Pac-Man style. I see. Yeah, I've got to be careful with my laser around these explosive barrels. Oh, shit. Also, this thing can arc. You pull that off the wall, that's going to be a hazard. Okay. There we are. It's causing quite a lot of interference with my suit, as you can see, with all the glitching and the bitching. These ones are empty, so I believe they will be fine. They may be empty, but they usually have fumes and they still explode, which is not fun.
Object processed. Transferring credits.
Thanks for the credits. It would be nice to, like, play this and maybe, like, clear the debt that I have. And do that all on stream, but it's going to be so long, and I don't think there's really going to be that much I can do on the stream. Other than just sitting here and describing what I'm doing, there's probably not really that much I can do. I'll say. Oh, you've got a thing that I want. Give me that. Give me that back. Thank you. Yeah. You got to make sure you get everything off these panels before you do that, otherwise you end up losing out on some of the barge salvage. Normally I take things off before I move them. Well, I move them before I start, like, salvaging stuff. So you can go boop boop.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
Thank you.
Valuable object processed.
Here we go. Now it's simpler. Everything just goes straight down. What is that? Barge.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
Thanks. Credit applied. Ooh, light.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
Nope, that's the actual hull itself.
Warning. Oxygen reserves are low.
That is fine. I have free oxygen sitting right next to me. Oop, there we go. Thank you. They say don't eat anything. They also say don't breathe suspicious oxygen. But it always seems to be fine. I never seem to be, like, hallucinating or anything. So I don't see what the problem is. I wonder what... So oxygen tanks, can they, like, go bad? I don't really know how oxygen tanks really work. Is the whole thing filled with, like, liquid, or is there, like, a pocket of air in there as well? I suppose there would have to be, wouldn't there? Otherwise it wouldn't be oxygen, would it? It would just be a liquid that's being pumped into your into your lungs.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
There's got to be like a certain percentage of like space for the actual air. Is there anything in here? Nope, everything's fine. This whole section is clear. That, I would like you to go in there. Oh, I forgot to do the lights. Pop the lights off.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
I can take you off the wall now. Can I get that out? I can. Oh yeah, the floor's completely gone. I forgot about that. Oh, where are you going? Go in the right place. It's going. It's fine. There's some free fuel there. Better move it out of the way because anything could set that off. Also, the pressurized oxygen. Oxygen. It's French for oxygen. Right, now we've learned from last time. Don't undo that without power. So that should be fine. Is there anything else I need to undo before we do that? Okay, I don't think there is. It's only that. Although I haven't been behind here yet, so who knows. Alright. Oh, no, that's not right. I want to go boom. Boom. Well, that seems like a success. Did it? Nice. Pop this that way, and down we go. Oh, I'm getting stuck on things.
Object process. Transferring credit.
Don't drift. Stay. You as well. Come on. Up you go. I don't want to lose you. If I need you, I don't want to be looking for you. Right. Now to take the roof off. Oof. Gotta be careful with these like foam sides, they will catch fire. I forgot to take the actual the thruster out, the thruster assembly. Oof, come on, out you come.
Alright, Cutter. You got 5 minutes left in this ship before they turn the lights out on you. Pitter patter.
Well, pitter patter you in a bit. Oh, there you go, that's it arcing. You've got to get that away from pretty much everything, otherwise it'll just catch fire. I would have thought it would have stopped because I didn't have a what do you call it? A reactor. But it seems it was still in some way powered. Maybe there's like batteries or energy cells behind the walls. Probably. That's usually the case. I can hold on to some power and fuck you up. Or at least fuck up the ship. Okay, all these panels on the top are pretty much ready to go, aren't they? I know.
Regular gentle exercise to increase blood oxygen
processor. Why am I pressing T? I can literally mouse click it. Go, 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 go. Take you, put you in the barge as well. Okie dokie, let's get some oxygen all up in our shit.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Oh, and fuel. Just fuel, give me fuel.
Fuel levels restored.
Thank you. See, nothing to worry about. I am an expert at this.
Credits transferred.
And that's all the lights as well. Ooh, a free poster. Thank you for poster. Didn't even see that. 3 minutes, we can get the back off this. Get in a processor. Okay, it was pressurized. I forgot about that. That's fine. It's just made it move. That's all it's done. Let's get back down there. Let's pick that off and put it in the barge. Okay, I think this is the one that... Yeah, these have got... Flush the fuel valve. And then these just pop off. Yeah, they're not even attached anymore. Good. Same with this side. See, sometimes you can make the explosive decompression work for you. It saves me having to move the entire back half out the way. Now, that's got to go over there. Oh, is it going to get caught? It should be fine. The whole ship will just be moving a little bit, but... Yep, that's it. That's that done.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
So we're going the right way. Oh. Another barge bit. I've always got to make sure that that's going in the right hole, because sometimes it clips onto the side there and ends up going into the wrong area.
This is your 1 minute warning, Cutter. Don't be
Thanks.
a hero, alright?
I'm not trying to be a hero. I'm just trying to make some money. I'm like, what was it, 1 billion in debt? I need to be busy.
Applying credits to account.
Alright, you can go in there. Oh, give me my lamp. Give me my lamp. Gotta make money off something, haven't I? Has this got...
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credits. Salvage goal met.
Oh,
Reward.
did I not? Oh, that's not coming off because of that. Did I pull a plate off by accident? I did. Go.
Valuable object processed. Credit
Make the most of it. Nice. Right.
salvage secured. Account credit.
I still got a fair bit of the ship to do. So that sounds pretty good. Spread it out over a couple of shifts. Very nice. May have accidentally only put 1 sugar in that. Oh well. Like I need any more sugar in my diet.
Shipbreaker. This is your daily wake-up call.
Ooh, timber. Fees in total, that's not bad. I mean, I still only made like half that amount, but you know. Oh no, that was only 5. That was 6 million, wasn't it? And it was only 500,000. Yeah, so I made quite a lot actually. Do I want to continue? Yeah, I want to continue doing that ship. If I don't finish it, what am I doing in my life? Nice.
Object processed.
I'm in good shape.
Transferring credits.
Boing. Right. Aim. And perfect. Oh, excuse me. I'm so gassy all the time.
Want to see something special? Take
Yeah?
a look at that railgate.
Okay. Ooh.
What a beauty. You know, no matter how many times I see that old railgate fire, it never ceases to amaze me. Could
God
be you
damn.
on there one day.
Seems dangerous. Seems almost like a big gun. Like you're just shooting ships out of a gun and then, like, nothing happens. They all just die.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Why is that not going into there? Is it because it's too heavy? I didn't hit it hard enough. Fuck it. Tethered it.
Salvage
Tethers are my friend.
transferring credits.
That can go in now, can't it? Yeah, so these panels on the side, they come off, so it's probably best not to try and get them going with those, just the actual main section itself. Is the ship moving? I'm stationary. The ship is slightly moving. My spare oxygen's still down there. They don't clear up after us.
Applying credits.
Thanks. I like credits. Ah, yes. This is what I was talking about earlier. Sometimes the boosters on the outside have a connector like this, so you've got to get in and take them off, and it just sort of comes away, which is quite nice. Can I just get that in the barge from here? Oh, there you go. Go! Nice. Perfect. That is all good. Take my light with me. Bye-bye.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited. Salvage goal obtained. Additional rewards assigned.
Oh. Ah, fuck my ass. Didn't quite get it. I thought I did, but I didn't.
Salvage deposit confirmed.
Yeah, once you've worked out a method, it's pretty damn easy.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
You just do this over and over again.
Salvage deposit.
I may come to this as like a every now and again just do a ship, a couple ships maybe. You know, if I don't know what to play, I'll just play Hardspace for a bit. And Peggle. No, Peglin. Peglin's pretty good. That's getting updates as well.
Processing object.
Yeah, I can charge it now. In you go. I want your light. And also, you seem to have a booster still attached to you, so I'll be taking that
Applying
off.
credit to account.
Oh. Power. I thought there was a battery attached to it.
Credits awarded.
I was right. That purple thing. I think it says it's an energy cell, but it usually contains quite a lot of power. Go that way. You also go that way.
Applying credit.
This you must also go in that direction. Yes. Bye. So what else? Is there anything else that I've missed? I think we're good, actually. I'll take one of those oxygen tanks just for now, because I don't really remember whether we refill on oxygen. Yeah, everything here seems to be ready for the furnace. Except for that. I think that is... Oh no, that's furnace as well. Okay. It used to be that was processor, and it was, and you can never really get rid of it. You couldn't take it off the bit that it's currently on. But no, it seems like they've refigured everything, so it works out quite well. Yeah, so that's that ship done. Very good. Just gotta wait for it to go in now. Just takes a while. Actually, do I have... I don't think I really have the strength to help it. But I think it's taking hold now. Good. Right. Let's head back, and we're all good. Maybe get some more tethers as well. Oops. Pow, pow. Sticker unlocked. Another one? I've got 2 of those now? Okie dokie. Tethers. Let's get some more fuel. Okay, let's top up on oxygen as well.
Have a nice day.
Right. All good. Nice. I didn't eat anything either.
New certification level attained. License level
Level 7. So what does that mean I can do now?
Good morning, Cutter 9346-52. Lynx would like to share the following inspirational message. The greatest reward in life is the chance to work hard at work worth doing.
Really?
Alright, folks. Got a priority message coming in from corporate. Everyone put down what you're doing and have a listen.
I'm not doing anything.
Maybe they
Or
could do
anyone.
some holiday time. That'd be awesome.
That would be a first. Probably just another Pilsen kid getting a cushy exec job.
Hush up now, y'all.
This is an important message to all Lynx Salvage Division employees. It's come to our attention, thanks to a very loyal member of our family, that there has been talk about forming a Shipbreakers union. A union is a dangerous thing, where extensive fees are extracted for so-called representation of your workers' rights. At Lynx, our top priority is already your well-being. This is why union activity is strictly prohibited by your contract, for your own protection. To safeguard you and your
Jesus,
work,
that is an evil look, isn't it?
we are immediately dispatching an administrator to every salvage sector. This administrator will oversee operations and ensure proper employee conduct. They are authorized to correct worker behavior by any means, and they'll remain in place until we can guarantee company-wide integrity. Until then, remember, the company is your family. The union is your enemy.
Obey! Obey! Obey!
No holiday. Told ya.
A union? I haven't heard anything about that. Have you?
Of course not.
Probably happening around the Martian districts. They always been quarrelsome.
You heard anything like that, Lou?
No. Hey, Weaver, do you know when our administrator's showing up?
Week, maybe? Coming all the way from HQ at Jupiter Gate. When they get here, we'll need to be on our best behavior.
Oh, great.
Nothing to fret about, all right? But they are going to be checking everything. Salvage logs, transmission records, operational efficiency.
Oh, great.
You'll be fine, Kai. It's not a performance review.
Lou's right. Now, let's just try and keep our heads down and
Wait.
weather this storm together.
She's saying he's not a very good worker.
Weaver out.
God damn.
Hey, don't worry. This is a closed channel. There won't be a log. Well, looks like things might get a bit difficult around here. They're gonna try to make our lives hell. Don't worry. Just having access to the Union News Group doesn't make you a full-fledged member. Besides, no one from corporate has access. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little nervous. If anything happens, I'll make sure nothing comes down on you. Lou out.
Very good of you. Right, so now we've got bigger ships to fry. I didn't get much salvage for that last one, but it was still quite a lot, so it's definitely still worth doing. With the outer hull of the ship. So she started a union, and somebody has ratted her out. And I don't think it's me. Somebody is evil here. So I don't know who she would have been talking to, because there's only, what was it, 1, 2, there's like 5 of us here. So whoever it is, we've seen their face before. So Lou won't go down on you. There is a mole afoot. There is a mole on my foot. Maybe not on my foot, but there is a mole on somebody's foot. Right. So we have a fair few points now that we can put onto our thing. Kill the mole. I will kill every mole I see. Ooh, stickers. I want more stickers on me. Mini-me? Where's Mini-me? Mini-me? Mini-me. Place the sticker. I'm going to stick you there. Really? Sideways? Alright, I'll stick you there then. And I've got 2 of those, so I can probably stick another one on something else. Oh, wait, no. R to swap tool. Yes, there we go. Mini-me? 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 How have I got 8 of the... Oh no, it's 1 of 8. Oh no, stickers place 1 of 8. I've got 8 of those. Why have I got 8 of those? What? I've got... But I've got... It says I've got 2. Why can I only stick 1 on? Oh, fine, fuck it. Fuck the stickers! Can't be asked. Got my own stickers, anyway. They all say cunt. I have... Oh, what's that? Tether Lifetime. Now, they were disappearing. However... I think we could probably do with a bit of heat capacity on my laser. Because, otherwise we're going to be in trouble. What else did we have? Thrusters. How much faster do I go? Top speed 4 meters a second. How fast am I going now? 3, maybe? Let's just go right ahead and get that. Oh, wait, wasn't there, like, oxygen that I could do as well? Oh, I could get another top speed. Do I want to go a bit faster? Braking rate. Install an atmosphere pump filter subsystem. This allows for the gradual replenishment of breathable oxygen tanks while in a pressurized environment. Well, that's not going to last long, is it? As soon as I'm in there, I'm pretty much undoing it. Okay, let's just do that and go for the work suit. I'm definitely not getting that. I don't really use the scanner. What is that? Fuel capacity. We could probably do with more fuel capacity, but at the moment, I just want to go. I just want to go faster. Okay. Everything seems fine at the moment. This is fine. This is fine. Everything's burning around me, but this is fine. What do we think? One more ship? I think we'll do one more ship. We have to find the mole. Mackerel. It's pretty much the same as the last ship. Okay, we can do that. Yes, do that. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Morning, folks. How y'all holding up?
Oh, that's much better, much quicker.
What?
Sort your mic out, bell end.
I can't hear you, Kaido.
Kai, try switching to another frequency and then back again.
Can you hear me now? I hear you.
Hey, okay. I have a question. What's this administrator gonna do?
They're being countered. Waste our time with productivity reports.
Oh, they've come here before?
Sure, loads of times. Profits drop, they send someone. Accidents go up, they send someone. Sometimes they just send someone to find out if they need to send someone.
They ain't a big deal, Kai.
You heard right, Paulson. I guess they're just snooping around for union stuff. Right?
Yeah. Gonna be here a week, tops. These types have the attention span of a gopher. They'll move on pretty quick.
What's a gopher?
Extinct, that's what it is.
Boy, you better come visit sometime on Mars when you're done here.
One day, we'll all go see them gophers and whatnot.
Nope,
Keep that
extinct.
front of mind and don't fret nothing.
No such thing as
Carry on
gophers.
now. We were
They're
out.
lying. The holograms, that's what they are. Holographic gophers. Okie dokie, right, has everything come off of these bottom panels? Are we good to get rid of them? Space gophers? I don't think they're space gophers. I mean, if they are holographic gophers, they could be space gophers. It's not like they've got to breathe or anything, is it? God fucking damn it. Alright, let's... Was that like the one that was doing it? It was. I was watching a video on YouTube, and it was like, I think it was about Star Trek. It was about how they really underutilize holograms, because like they've got, you know, with like in Star Trek Voyager, they have the Doctor, who has a mobile emitter now. Well, several years, isn't it? It's been out for a very long time. So he's got a mobile emitter, so he can travel around. What they could do with that thing is use it to set up temporary bases, or just set up like a holographic generator down on a planet, instead of having to like build shelter for people. Just have a holographic one until they get themselves set up with like real stuff. Just the fact that they seriously underutilize the equipment. If they need a tool, they can just make it, or have a hologram version of it. It's just as useful. That's at least like what they make them out to be. It seems very much like they're underutilizing the fact that they can pretty much do anything with holograms. Now these days they're just sort of these weird fucking glitchy things for no reason. If you've seen holograms in Star Trek Discovery, just all holograms just seem to glitch. It's weird. Never saw the Doctor doing that. In fact, he'd probably complain. That was his whole character, complaining about everything. But it did just fascinate me that there's all this technology, and yet the writers never fully utilised the full potential of all these different technologies. Like transporters. You can do pretty much anything with transporters. They are actually like using more sort of like... Well, I don't even think it really made sense for what they did recently. They had clothes programmed into the transporter, so that they could go to the transporter room dressed in their Starfleet uniforms, and then if they're like going undercover, they could beam down onto a planet, and then they're suddenly in other clothes. I mean, that sounds good, doesn't it? That sounds brilliant. But like, why does that not exist in later series? Why is that not how they do it normally? Transporters. I mean, they figured out ways of like solving so many problems. I think, what was it, Dr. Pulaski? She like aged. She ended up with this disease which made her age really, really quickly, and like a whole bunch of like kids were perfectly fine, but like they were just, yeah, it was a disease. They couldn't figure out why it was happening, how it was happening, and they basically solved aging. They could just go through a teleporter looking as you do, like how old you were, and then if you had some DNA or like, you know, a basic scan of how you were like a good couple years ago, you could just come back younger. And yet they don't use that. They don't utilize that later on in the series, or like in any particular medium. I feel like that's probably what they're hoping to do with what's it called? Section 31. There's another Star Trek series. Yes, another one. There's plenty now. There's another Star Trek series in plans called Section 31. If you know anything about Section 31, it's the basically the Men in Black version of Star Trek, except it's like they're basically bad people. All the people who have no problems doing bad things for the sake of the Federation, for the ideals of the Federation, which is an amazing concept. I like that. I can't wait to see it. But it would be great if they addressed the whole situation with like not using the technology to do various different things that they have done in the past. So like, you know, why they don't use teleporters to just make people younger to prevent aging. Like maybe it's just, you know, it's not utilized anymore because it's highly experimental. Maybe they're there to create the rumors that it's not a viable solution to aging. It's just it's weird because they've got all this technology. They can do all this weird, strange space stuff with it, and then it all, when it comes to like time travel and like they see their future selves, they say like prove it. Like what? Do I need you've been turned into a lizard and back? Do I necessarily need to prove that I am you from the future? All sorts of mad shit happens in space. Absolutely unnecessary for me to prove who I am. And then because they've had this argument, they probably end up, you know, being a Klingon or something. Oops, sorry. He wasn't you from the future, he was just a Klingon pretending. It's mad. It's just the disbelief sometimes that just like, yeah, of course you're from the future. Maybe he is. It's just so weird. I mean, I'm talking about old Star Trek as well, because new Star Trek isn't really like that. They do sort of acknowledge the fact that things in the past affect things in the future, and all this stuff, you know, using bits and pieces that they've learned from the previous series to continue on a sort of, you know, a certain timeline, stuff like that. They just don't seem to acknowledge some of the old, or some of the weirder parts, and see it as the norm. Because, believe it or not, it is the norm for Star Trek. It's just bizarre.
Cutter, you're fixing to dot the I's and cross the T's. You got about 5 minutes to do it.
Okay. 5 minutes. Got it. Ooh. See, this is what I was talking about. These things sometimes show up. Just data. Just random hard drives that you can then plug into the hab, and it will tell you some game lore. Is there anything on the ceiling? No, these panels can go away now, can't they? Okay, you go over there, you also go over there, and last but not least, or in fact quite least, because I hate it, fuck you, you are the worst, and therefore you are the least. They always say that, last but not least, but what if you are biased? Yeah, you're last, because I hate you. That's why I didn't want to have to deal with you. And you're just random barking. Why are you always barking? People just bark. Nobody just barks. Okay. This bit I like to think is sort of like a surgical procedure, because it's sort of pulling it out. It's got to go through that hole and then grab it and push it down. Oh, it's so graceful. I love it. Ooh, there's lights. You know, sometimes I start having a little conversation to myself about things like Star Trek, and I completely forget what my point is. That's just happened. What the fuck was I talking about, and why? Why was I talking about Star Trek? Just the... Oh, because we're in space, yes, and the fact that they don't utilise half the stuff that they usually end up doing. It's fine. Right, can I push that? God, that must be heavy. Can I not get behind there? I think it's still attached. What's it attached to, though? Is it too heavy because... Oh, it's because the thruster's still on. Normally, it would move, but I think it's because it's still got the thruster on the back. It's probably got, like, canisters or something.
Warning. Oxygen reserve.
I'm from the past. Are you? Good. Who isn't? Oh, what am I doing? I've got tethers. I can literally just pull it. Is that working? It is working. I'm running out of oxygen. Oxygen! Give me some oxygen. There's oxygen on the wall here.
Oxygen levels.
I have just noticed there are canisters. Well, there was a canister. Oh, hang on. Oh, shit. Why? Just cancel the tether. I think the whole ship is moving. Yep, the whole ship is sort of moving towards the processor there. We don't want that. We really do not want that. Can we undo this? How do I get into the section? There literally is no way... Oh wait, no, there's this. No, that's a... Okay. Yeah, I can't actually get in there to undo this. Or can I? Damn it. Okay, this is going to be difficult. I need to get that going in that direction. Go that way. It's still pulling pretty much the whole ship. Just... God fucking damn it. This is not good. We've got so much to salvage on that. That's not going to work. Yes, we get it. Salvaged. End the shift.
Good morning, Cutter 9346-52. Today's weather report.
Hey there, Rook. Saw that you found an old data drive while you were salvaging.
Yes.
Now, I'm a bit of a tech head and a history nerd, so I love these things. They're uncensored info. Sometimes it's junk, but sometimes it's gold. Either way, it's a more genuine view of the colonies than what you see on the garbage news network. I'm sending you a data recovery program. You'll see it on your HAB terminal.
Right.
Soaking in solar radiation mangles up the data pretty bad, but you can usually pull 1 or 2 intact files. Hopefully it'll give you a better sense of the wider world. Warts and all. Have fun. Later, Rook.
Right, so you have weird hacking software. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if you outed yourself for some weird reason. Data recovery. Wow. We have 1 file out of 1 billion. Name Pink Paint. Oh, device name Pink Paint. Owner Carno Junius. Shipping manager. Okay.
Hey Martin, it's Junius. I got that shipment in from Earth. Yeah, I still haven't heard back from the guy on Mars about the quote. When I do, I'll let you know, but it didn't sound good. After the budget you gave me, like, it might not be an option. That's all I'm saying. That's a lot of paint to ship up here, after all. I think my biggest worry is... pink? Really? Pink? Neon, day-glow pink, huh? Why, buddy? Why?
What's wrong with neon pink? It's an amazing colour. It's actually magenta, but yeah. What? What's wrong with you? It's fine. Don't be so judgmental over colours. Right, we better if I go up, will it show me the ship that I'm currently working on? No, not quite. It shows me the bay, but it doesn't show me the ship I'm working on. That's interesting. Okay, let's continue. We've still got quite a lot of that ship to get rid of. Yes, continue the ship. Thank you. Bollocks. Look what we're doing. What the fuck? The whole ship is sideways. If I have a tether going that way, will it pull them apart? Please? Please pull apart? Oh, it's sort of going. I need to get in there nice and quick, otherwise those things are gonna go in as well with it. Oh, come on! Probably doesn't help that this is still here. Did that do it? No. Go on. You as well, go on. Ah! Oh. Wait. Ah, shit, it's pulling the whole ship in. Why is this still attached? How is this still attached? It's not attached by anything. It's just dragging it in. Can I get my hand in there and undo the valve? Come on! What about in here? There seems to be a slightly bigger gap. Oh, 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 oh! Oh, we're going in. Oh, we're going in. The whole thing's going in. Let's not go with it. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. We fucked up. We fucked up. We gone done fucked up. Uh-oh. Well, the whole ship's going in. Whoops. Yeah, okay, so, wait, is it stuck? It is. It is stuck. So can we pull it back out? We may end up using all our tethers, but I think we can pull it out. Come on. Oh, it's not moving. It is not moving. It doesn't want to move. The thing is, once it's in there, if we go in there, it's going to drag us into the processor. We are not exactly in the right place. Yeah, see, it's... If I just let go... Not quite, okay. Yeah, see, it's dragging me in. It is just dragging me in. Ooh, right, I gotta ping my way off. Right, how do we fix this? Maybe just let it go in. If we just make it rotate, maybe we'll be good. Can we... Oh, God damn it. It's sort of wedged on its own, like, nacelles here. We should probably try and get in there and... I've got to be very careful. I'm going to try and get in here and then just to the... Can I brake? I can brake, but I'm still sort of going. I died. I died. I died. Shit! Shit! I don't know how I'm supposed to fix that. Oh, it sounds so splurty. Oh, that's costly. Use patch kits to fix helmet damage available for purchase at this Master Jack kiosk. Negligence is a sign of poor character. Fuck you, little shits.
Alright. Breathe. You okay?
Yeah.
Got yourself good there. Don't sweat it. Happens to the best of us. Always good to review your spare replacement form. See how you can avoid future mishaps.
Okay.
Too many spares will rack up the debt, and that's how they get you.
I pinged myself. That was the problem.
Back to work. Weaver out.
Okay, so going in through the back is not an option, it seems. So I think I'm going to have to cut myself a hole in the wall. Let's just have a look at the scan and make sure I'm not cutting directly into something that is power. It is not. Okay. Oh, I didn't want to do that. That's the wrong button. Okay, yeah, just... Blah, blah. This is where I'm... Oh, yeah, that's a problem. You know what? I could probably still rescue this. Oh, 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 oh! It's moving. Something's moving.
Not accepted for processing.
Get that where it needs to go. Right. Yeah, so it's shifted, so it's moving some of the stuff.
Transferring credit.
Yeah, a lot of this shouldn't have gone in there. A lot of this should not have gone in there. But I don't think there's really much we can do about that. Although, I think it's wedged again. I think it's fine. Oh shit. Oh, fuck it. Oh, you know what? Fuck it. Oh, hang on, I need to get away. Ow. Okay, so I'm caught. I'm caught on this. This is fine. If I take that, if I just cut the front off. Ooh. Oh, oh, shit. This is what I mean. Everything catches fire. Everything catches fire. I'm just trying to cut the front off. I'm half in the processor. Let's get rid of that piece. Let's get rid of that piece. How are we going to do this? Oh, it goes. Let's go that way.
Deposit accepted for processing.
Nice. If I'm lucky, I can probably get in here and release this pin.
Goal failed. Rewards lost.
Ah, come on. There we go. No, 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 no. You're coming this way. You're going in the barge, mate.
Rewards assigned.
The rest of the ship, however, I gone fuck that up. I'm running out of fuel, but there is a fuel tank right here. Fuck it, let's go for the oxygen as well. While we're here. See, I can escape. It's just... I think I pinged myself back into the ship and broke myself.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
Oh, there it goes.
Valuable deposit. Credits transferred.
Finally. Well, I fucked that up. Didn't hit the fourth mark there, but you know, we still made enough. Oh well. That's all we could really do. Since the back was stuck, couldn't really do much. Can you tether the ship to the other side of the barge and have it pull out? Too weak, unfortunately. It's strong, but it's not super strong. Just everything. Also, repair my tools. My everything. Just everything. Everything needs repairing. It's fine. There we go. Well, we fucked that last one up. End of day.
Hello, Shipbreaker 9346-52. Lynx would like to share the following inspirational
Still quite a lot of
Make the
salvage.
most of your shift by fanning the tiny sparks of effort into flames of profitability.
Nice. Right, let's see what we can upgrade, and then I think we are going to pop off. What's that? Range. Tether lifetime. I don't think we can make the tethers any stronger. They can just be... They can just live longer. 2 minutes. Still can't do demo charges yet. Work suit. Shock absorbing joints to the suit. That will increase the force of impacts. Decrease. Alright. Since we died to impact, I think it's probably worth getting that. Also, heat resistance. Yes, I don't want to catch fire. And I don't think we can afford anything else, can we? No. Okay. Well, I'm going to leave it there because we fucked that last one up. Just stretching my legs. Literally just stretching. I'm not walking or anything. I'm thinking of doing streams where I'm just on my bike. It may take a while to get that going, but like I want to be able to basically stream to maybe do a call, like a video call from my phone, attach the phone to the front of my bike, and then just cycle around Southend. That'd be good. Up and down the seafront maybe, because that's probably like that's why people come to Southend, because of the beach. I don't live in Southend, but that's where I'll be cycling. So maybe that'll be something to be happening in the future. Because I'm becoming a fat fucker, and I do not like it. But yeah, that's just a sort of little plan in my head. I don't know what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. What day is it today? Thursday? Alexa, what day is it?
It's Thursday, the 2nd of June.
Thought so. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Maybe Minecraft, maybe this. I don't know. Then I could see the UK. It's not that great. It's overcast a lot of the time. But it is getting warmer, so it's probably a good excuse to get out. Get outside and get some sun, maybe, rather than being this pale white skeleton. Fat skeleton, but, you know, blur. So yeah, that's something that I'm thinking of doing. Just need to fix my bike. Tomorrow, don't know what I'm doing. Probably Minecraft. Probably this. Who knows? So yeah. If you're new and you're still watching, please hit that follow button. Give me a follow. Maybe subscribe as well. That's always good. I need money. Everyone needs money. I need money. Yeah, so yeah, who have we got? I hit the was it? You got to like raid with more than 3 people, more than 2 people, 100 times. I've done that now, so you know, might as well keep it up. I'm gonna send you over to Zachilai, who is a special events, whatever that is. I'm gonna send you over there. Have fun with whatever the hell he's doing, special events wise, and yeah. Bye bye.